Hello.
Hello, how are
Hi.
you?
Good. How are you? So, should I start sharing the
I hear
screen?
you.
Should I start sharing the screen?
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want me to start sharing?
Yep, you can go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah, so the time is yours.
All right, cool. Just hold on. There we go. All right, cool. So I'm Christina. I'm going to be co-president this year along with Amelia, and this is the Honor Student Association. So who we are. So again, I'm Christina. I'm going to be working alongside Amelia. Some of our other board members are Sierra, Tanya, and Noah. So our mission for honors is to offer a platform for students to discover and pursue academic interests within a dynamic, intellectual, and socially vibrant community. So we're an academic club for students in the Honors Institute at Jefferson, and we want to focus on academic and extracurricular activities. Some of the activities we've done in the past and what we want to keep doing in the future would be working with an honors advisor to stay on track, opportunities to meet and converse with professionals in various fields, peer mentoring, game nights and on-campus events, club trips, and opportunities to participate in Jefferson UNA and USA activities. So why you should join HSA this year, we're really going to try to get everybody involved, especially now because we're all online on campus. It's a little bit more difficult to meet people and make new friends, especially as first year students. So we really want to give opportunities for students to have fun and engage with the community. So we want to enhance your experience as an honor student, help you get into the community, making new friends, mentoring, opportunities to learn outside of the classroom, as well as volunteer opportunities, professional networking. And last year we did the mentor-mentee program, which is every underclassman gets paired with an upperclassman if they want to, and they can go to them for questions or just kind of advice and help them like find their way around campus and in their major. So some requirements for honors are you have to take an honors class every year and you have to maintain a minimum of a 3.25 GPA. And then there's also these for cornerstones. So we have a question cornerstone, contribute cornerstone, act cornerstone, and adapt cornerstone. And some of these will be fulfilled from your honors classes and your hallmark courses, but others you will have to do outside of the classroom. And it's really just a research paper of one of the following topics. So for question, we have conference, presentation, industry, or a major project, faculty guided research, Fulbright application, independent research or study, graduate course, or publication. So it's like you pick one of the topics and you can kind of focus on that and work on that in your paper. And then for ACT, we have professional certification, internship or shadowing, Toastmasters, professional development activity, club officer, pre-professional organization membership, resident assistant, conference activity. And for contribute, we have service to honors community, honor student association officer, office of student engagement activity, community service, SGA, organization chair, great hostel give back, alternative spring break. So that's kind of like community service is contribute. And then for adapt, we have study away, semester abroad, Nexus short courses, global cross cultural activity, and American Sign Language Club. So that's kind of like learning something new and kind of immersing yourself into a new environment. So again, some of the courses can be, or some of the cornerstones can be fulfilled in your courses. if you're a freshman, it's recommended that you complete the contribute or adapt cornerstone and write your cornerstone reflection this school year or in your sophomore year. And these can be satisfied by certain academic courses or volunteer positions. And then when you're ready to write and submit a cornerstone reflection, the specific steps to do so can be found on the Honors Institute page on Jefferson's website. So there's a lot of information on there too. And we will be sending out more information. You guys will learn more about it as you go along in the school year. And then this form can be used as a tracker for when you do your cornerstone. So it kind of lets you organize and keep track of everything that's going on. And all this information, again, is available on the Jefferson website. So Karima is the head of honors, so you guys will probably be hearing from her a lot as well too. So if you ever need anything or you have any questions, you can come to me or you can come to Karima. And we're suggesting that everybody fills out this Google Forms, and you can scan the little barcode. It's going to help us gather a lot of information about you and kind of tailor this year to be fitted to your needs and kind of fulfill everything that you guys want out of this club. And that's it. So if there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer questions. Is there anything else that you guys would like to have covered or any questions that I can go over?
All right, thank you so much for sharing all that. So I know, like from yesterday, a question was about GPA requirement in the organization.
So that would be 3.25 is the minimum. So that and anything above is good. That's the requirement. Is there anything else? Can you hear my microphone? Like, can you hear me?
Sorry, we're just like working on a delay, and it's just like strange to catch up. But yeah, like how do you feel like joining this organization? I can, yeah. Sorry, like it's really weird on a delay. I'm not sure like what's going on.
No, you're good. You said how I feel about joining it. Okay. Last year they had a couple events that engaged students on campus, which I thought was really helpful as a first year student. So I'm hoping to give the same opportunity to other freshmen this year.
Well, yeah, like what benefits have you feel like have come since joining the organization?
Yeah, definitely making new friends and getting involved in the community. It's been helpful because then you have people that you can go to if you're confused about any of the requirements or anything that you have to do. They can kind of help you stay on track. There's also a really big support system with again, all the board members and also Karima. That's helpful.
Yeah. Sorry, everything just caught up.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, so thank you so much for taking some time out of your day and joining us. And if you have any final parting words for the good of the cause.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be the form that everybody should fill out. It has like what's your name, your email, some information, what you want out of the club. That's going to be coming out in the September's issue of the honors letter. So just kind of, if anybody missed the meeting, you can tell a friend about it. They can fill out the form. So just keep an eye out for that.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Take care.
Bye.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, no worries. Right. So yeah, we're just having like some audio issues. Everything was kind of delayed, but it seems to be caught up by now.
Right?
All right. So the time is yours. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. All right, so hi everyone. Thank you for whoever's coming out and watching the involvement fair. So my name is Amy Hanashek, and I am a second year occupational therapy student who's on the health sciences track in the program. And I'm the secretary of Jefferson's Student Occupational Therapy Association, otherwise known as SOTA. So today, the other SOTA board members could not be here because of their online classes, so I will introduce them in place of that. Our president is Bridget Andrews, who is a third year student, and she is also on the health sciences track of our OT program. Our vice president is Lily Levis, who is also a third year student, and she's on the psychology track of our OT program. And lastly, our events coordinator is Jessica Miller, who is also another third year student in our program. So what is SOTA? SOTA is our Student Occupational Therapy Association that helps spread awareness for occupational therapy on campus and allows those interested in the field to have the opportunity to get more exposed to the environment they will be working in through fundraising and events on campus. So in the past, we would hold our fundraisers and events in person, typically in the CAMBAR building. But this year, due to the virus, we'll be trying our hardest to accommodate these activities to being virtual so everyone can still be involved and active in our club. So students who are in SOTA tend to all be like OT majors. And this club is mainly for undergrad students. So as soon as we get to the grad school master's part of our OT program, there is another SOTA club on campus, but that's for like the graduate level. Oh, and lastly, also, this club is certainly something you could put on your resume, especially for occupational therapy students, and it would be great to be involved with your major before entering the graduate portion so you have experience of what you're getting into. All right, so some of our SOTA events is, last year we had Backpack Awareness Day, where we had students come up to a stand in the CAMBAR Center, and we weighed their backpacks to see like what the weight was that they carry on their back every day. And we would let them know if it was too heavy or if it was like the perfect amount, just to see like the healthy and correct weight of their bag they should be carrying and how it can affect their health in the future and how like occupational therapy could involve that. We also had an ice cream pop-up shop where we helped little kids who needed occupational therapy, and we helped them scoop and serve ice cream for free to the students on campus at Jefferson. And this helped the kids like strengthen their skills by scooping the ice cream, and their social abilities to interact with the students walking around campus and serving them. And another event was we had a graduate guest speaker from our OT program. So a student from the graduate master's portion of our OT program came and talked to our soda club, the undergrads, about how it is like so far and like what to be prepared for and the helpful like advice for the future and like what we're going to be needing to know. So that was very helpful. We also participated in the school-wide health and wellness fair, which we had a soda station at the fair, and we had like homemade toys, like we had like meditation bottles, along with like focusing and fidgeting toys to give out that went along with like the theme of occupational therapy. And on the screen, we have pictures. The left picture is at the Health and Wellness Fair. The middle one is our Backpack Awareness Day in Canbar. And the one on the right is two of our members in Soda holding a sign for the ice cream pop-up shop. So along with our events, we also hold fundraisers. For example, this year we sold occupational therapy merchandise like sweatshirts, pants, shirts, and we also had like travel mugs and tumblers like that. And lastly, we actually collaborated with the graduate soda club last year for a Thanksgiving potluck where we donated money or food to those who may not have had these things for their Thanksgiving dinner. And all these events are, like I said, great for like a resume, or they can be great for like volunteer hours as well. Okay. So when we meet, so now due to the virus and everything, we'll be having our SOTA meetings on the first Thursday of every month through Zoom. And our Zoom link will be sent through our GroupMe chat, which I'll talk about in a second. But we'll have it on the first Thursday of every month, with the exception that our first meeting will be on Thursday, September 17th, during break period. But then after that, it'll be the first Thursday of every month. And these dates and meetings are like subject to change as the year goes on, all depending what happens like with the virus and everything. And lastly, so our Instagram and our GroupMe. Our Instagram is at Jefferson Soda. So our Instagram is filled with useful information about Jefferson Soda and reminders of events and meetings going on through our club. We also have a GroupMe that whoever's interested can be added to. So everyone who's a member of Soda is in it. And we talk about our new ideas, upcoming dates, things that we've done in the past, how we can improve, and just like occupational therapy as a whole and like the benefits of it. So anyone who is interested in joining Soda, you can email myself at amy.hanashik@jefferson.edu, or you could DM our Instagram, like I said, at Jefferson Soda, with your first and last name and phone number, because that's how we would add you to the GroupMe for more updates and upcoming news on our club. So overall, we're trying to make our Soda Club like bigger and more known on campus, and we're trying to come with creative ideas more and more every year. So that's about it. So if you have any questions, like I said, please email me or DM our Instagram for more information. We have a lot of new upcoming things that we're excited about, and thank you all for coming out, and we hope to see you soon.
All right, thank you so much, Amy, for coming out.
You're welcome.
Just like a final question, what is joining this organization going to benefit them in terms of their career goals?
So basically overall, we talk, like if you're in a teenager, like we talk about like the program a lot because it's a 5-year program. There's a health science track, a psychology track, and like I said, we have a guest speaker that comes from like the graduate portion. So basically it benefits you, like they give like advice for the future, and then we do like occupational therapy events to like get you like experience for like when we have like upper level field work to do, just so you have that and you can put on your resume. Looks great. It's just very beneficial.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much again for taking the time out of your day. And I hope you enjoy the rest of it.
Thank you. You too.
All right, take care.
Not sure how to leave.
If you just like stop sharing screen. All right, so next up, bring in Talia, with our Black Student Association. Hello.
Hey, Cody.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. All right, so this time is yours. So you can go ahead and take it away.
Okay. Wait. So I'm sorry. How do I do? I just talk about like the club and just like tell everyone about it.
Yeah, so like if someone came up to your table and was interested in the organization, like what would you tell them?
Okay.
Like, yeah, like what do you all have planned for the semester, how to join, different things like that.
Okay. So I'm Talia. I'm the president of the Black Student Union at Jefferson. And the Black Student Union is basically a club. It's a multicultural club where we do like community service. We do a lot of activities and events throughout the semester. Due to COVID, we're kind of trying to reorganize how we're going to be able to do because we're very big on just like our activities and our events and just creating like a community atmosphere, and also just making and helping minorities on campus feel welcome, feel at home. Yeah, so we do events, we do activities. Typically, if we were on campus, we'd be having meetings every other Tuesday during the break period, where we just have different discussions about current events, politics, issues in the African American community, and even just issues abroad and within our own communities. And it isn't just a club for African Americans. We welcome everyone. Trying to think. Besides that, yeah, we also have an Instagram page where we're very active, especially right now in the time that we can't all be together. And we're planning to do weekly Zoom sessions. We just want to see what type of response we get from doing like the involvement fair, see how many people we can reel in. And if we have enough people, we'll start doing Zoom sessions probably every other Tuesday during the break period, where we'll just have discussions like we would if we were in class. I mean, on campus. We would just have different discussions, interesting discussions, and things like that. We also have this thing called BSU Week, which is coming up at the end of September. And if we were on campus, we usually have different events we do. Like for the past 3 years, we've done Manhunt. We've done game night, we've done karaoke night, movie night. But because we won't be on campus, we're still trying to figure out how we can incorporate that, even though we will not be in person. So we're working on those things. We do have again an Instagram. If anybody wants to follow our Instagram, it is 1 second. Let me grab the Instagram. It is T Jefferson TJU. Okay, my phone is slow. We literally just changed the name, so it's kind of foggy in my memory right now. Believe it's tjefferson.bsu. That's our Instagram, tjefferson.bsu. So if anybody is interested in the club, please follow it. You can DM the page if you have any questions. We also do have a general email that we have, which is tju.bsu@outlook.com. And you can directly email that email and just say that you're interested, and we can add you to our weekly emails and keep you in the loop with what we have going on. Again, it's tju.bsu@outlook.com. And we can keep you in the loop with the things that we have going on. Right now, we will mainly be active through our Instagram. And we're going to do a survey to see how many people would be willing to meet through Zoom. So I'll be sending that out from that email. So if you do email that email, I can add you into the group, and then I'll be able to send that survey out to you. And we'll be able to find out if you would be willing to meet via Zoom. Right now, as far as the restrictions on campus go, we are not allowed to meet on campus or outside of on campus as a club. So we will be restricted in that way as of right now. But otherwise, we hope to be doing Zoom calls and just interacting more through our social media. Trying to think, is there anything else? We also plan to do workshops. Even though like in person, we had last year, we had like panels and stuff with like, we had a Black therapist panel where we had Black therapists come in and just talk about Black mental health issues. So we hope to be able to do things like that virtually. And yeah, other than that, we have some projects coming up just from the club that we want to like just bring more exposure to our club, and we want to send it out to the campus. So we have things that we're working on. But overall, it's a very fun club. The members are very welcoming. Trying to think what else. We have very good conversation. It doesn't feel like you're in another class. It feels like you're making friends and talking to people that may come from similar experiences as you. And this is my fourth year on the club, and I've enjoyed every year being on the club. So I can't really say anything bad about it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. I don't know what else.
All right. I mean, that was a lot of good information. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So question, I guess. So you've been on in the organization for some years. Like, what drove you to want to take on like this leadership role? Like, what made it such an important part of this organization and everything like that?
I wanted to be I was kind of voted in, but I wanted to be the president just because I just feel like for me, it's always been very important to feel included and to feel welcome in certain environments. And being at Jefferson, I really just wanted to make sure that particularly people that look like me, that come from my background, that they just feel welcomed. And even people that don't, they're also welcome to feel welcome in our environment and in our space. So I just really, and I've always just been about like I don't know what the word is, but I just always found it very important, being an African American student on campus, just to bring people together, and collaborate and just understand other people and be able to understand each other and have a safe space for each other. Like that's always been, something that I've been very passionate about. So
Perfect. That's great. Well, thank you so much again for taking some time out of your day. If
thank
you
you.
have any parting words that are good for the cause.
Good luck on the semester, everyone, and hopefully some of you come and join the Black Student Union.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you again. Take care. It's good
Thank
to see
you.
you.
Good to see you too. Bye.
All right. So next up, we have one of our newer organizations, our Jeff Invest.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you, man?
Good, good.
Right. Hello.
Hey,
Long time no see.
right? How are you?
Doing well.
What's up, Cody?
Hello, sir. All right. So this time is yours. So you all can go ahead and take it away.
Let's just share our screen here. Can you guys see everything all right? Perfect.
Yep, up. So we're ready to go?
Yep.
All right, cool. Hey, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Definitely appreciate you guys taking the time out to see a little spiel of our club. So we are Jeff Invest. We're the first financial literacy club on town at Jefferson University's campus. And for start off, we're just going to give a couple introductions of who we are. So my name is Michael Rodriguez. I'm a fourth year finance major. Anything else? Yeah, that's it. I'll put it up to Sean now for introduction.
Yeah, so my name is Sean, finance major, senior as well. So happy to be here.
My name is Rosie, fourth year finance major as well. So happy to be here.
Yep, and then our fourth co-founder as well his name is Kyle Popiglia. He's also a finance major. And like we said before, we're all finance, and we've all been pretty involved with like a few internships here and there. So we have some experience and some connections we get that we hopefully want to bring into the club. And so now to go over what it's about. So what is financial literacy is the question that we bring up. So financial literacy is actually a really big problem going on in America and across a lot of places. There's a lot of people that don't have access to it or have never seen the importance of it, right? So financial literacy is, building financial skills and building the understanding of being able to apply those skills in personal financial management, budgeting, and investing. And, financial literacy can really help you be self-sufficient and help you gain financial stability in the future. So we think it was like a really important concept and, things that we want to help other people get as well.
So what we really want to focus on are like the five core competencies of financial literacy. More so like making your money, how to save it, invest it, and also how to spend it. And then how to borrow money if you need to buy a house, buy a car, if you want to start a business, and how to protect that so that when things go bad, you're not scouring for money. You'll be able to have a stable income and stable savings. That's important for your future.
So just talk a little bit about our mission statement of the club. So, we're fairly new. We really just started last semester. Things kind of course, ended very quickly since, once we started last spring with COVID. But, really our mission is to educate the student body, which is all of you, on financial investment related concepts to empower you to take control of your finances. We try to have like interactive way and an interactive approach to that. Hopefully with everything being on Zoom, we can kind of have more people tune in, and hopefully we can have some recorded session as well for those who can attend. But yeah, so it's just kind of starting off, but hopefully to have a better year this year. So just some topics that we're showing the most interest. So people that or students that kind of tuned into it last year. Once we kind of kick things off, maybe some of these may look similar to you guys, but we're just gonna really quickly go through those. I know we don't have much time, so investing, budgeting, saving, credit cards, student loans, passive income are just some topics that we're showing interest from you guys, and that we're gonna try and implement and have events about. So investing, some of you guys may be familiar with it, some more experienced than others, but just to trying to give you guys a background and an introduction into the core of investing and how it works.
Budgeting is another one of the core things we want to go over. It's definitely hard to live by a budget, but that's definitely the first step in getting in control of your financial situation and to set you up to reach your financial goals. So budgeting is definitely something that we want to go over and focus on.
Credit cards, you definitely want to be able to have credit so that you can make big purchases without having all the money on hand, and also to continue building. Right? And student loans, you definitely want to know how much money you're borrowing, how much you'll be able to pay back, and at what price you're actually borrowing the money. You don't want to borrow $5,000 and end up paying $10,000 for only $5,000 that you borrowed.
So now I just want to talk about guest speakers real quick. So like Sean said, we had a couple meetings before COVID hit, and we were actually able to have one of our really well-known people that we know named Jason Ray. He came in and helped us. He helped guide a good discussion on investing, and we're definitely trying to do more of that, because we know if we bring in somebody that has experience and someone that has knowledge with financial literacy and investing, you guys get more out of it, because I'm sure a lot of people have questions about where to invest first, or how to invest. And we, like I said, we're finance majors and we know a decent amount about it. But then if we bring in a professional, it'll just make things that much more unique and authentic, because it's coming from someone who's got knowledge about it. So yeah, we're definitely going to try to get more speakers for our meetings, just to make it more interesting and definitely keep you guys more engaged.
So conferences, so this year with things being virtual, hopefully we could kind of find some events that you all can kind of benefit from. I know last semester we had some things planned, of course, being in person and a lot of events down in the city, but nowadays I think hopefully you can have more of a reach and kind of be able to tune into events not only here in Philly but also all across the US. So I mean, hopefully this can kind of open things up a bit.
And this topic is a topic that's important to all of us, right? So just living our lives, if you're financially literate, it'll make your life so much more easier. And we're looking to build a community of all students. It doesn't matter what major. You don't have to be a finance major. You have to be a business major. It's just for everyone to be financially literate and have control over their money and how they can build wealth.
And so I know we're closing out here. We only have a few minutes left, so just kind of wanted to, see if there's any questions. I'm not sure how this YouTube live thing works, or if Cody, if you had any questions, but we have a few minutes left. I'm not sure.
Just before you we open up real quick, I just wanted to add something real quick about the community. We're definitely really encouraging all different types of majors, because we've seen in the past when different types of majors come in and make the discussion a lot more rich, because you bring in a lot of different perspectives. So I don't care if you're an architecture or pre-med, try to make it out, because we'll definitely be able to use you in our discussion. But all right, yeah, Cody, if you have any questions, let us know.
Yeah, well, thank you all first for all this information. That's really great. I mean, this is stuff that I would personally benefit from as well. I have a lot of friends who I've been talking in group chats about investments, the things that they've been doing, and all this stuff is just right over my head. I don't really understand it. So that's great. I mean, I like that all majors are welcome, because this is something that benefits everyone, regardless of what they're pursuing. Everyone should be financial literate. But I guess a question I have is, like, beyond just the obvious of your own personal finances, like what benefits do you think for people's career choices, like joining this organization may have? Like certain career goals that they have personally.
Yeah, for sure. So I think, one component of, I'll say it, answer your question really quickly. It's kind of like, when you're going to making a career, you're accepting like your first job outside of college, kind of like understanding the benefits and, everything that goes involved with that. So like health insurance, 401ks, like just being more educated about, making that full-time decision and kind of what that process could look like is something that, we've talked about implementing and kind of having more conversations about, because a lot of it is kind of, really vague and just, stuff we don't really know. So, I mean, that's kind of one angle that we think we can have an approach to.
Makes a lot of sense. So I really look forward to all that you all are going to be doing this semester and moving forward. And just thank you all again for taking some time out of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One last
Sure,
thing.
thanks, Cody.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Last thing, if you guys are interested, our names are below, so you could just email us.
Yep.
Or we'll send out a contact you.
Well,
See you
thank
guys.
all. Take care.
Thanks, Cody.
All right, so next up, coming in, we have our Ultimate Frisbee team.
Hello.
All right, so you all are familiar, so this time is yours. So you can just go ahead and.
Awesome. Hi, I'm Scott. I'm the president of the Ultimate Frisbee Club, and I also go by Scooter. And with me, I also have.
Oh, hi, I'm Becky. I am the women's captain and the public relations of the team.
And I am Timothy Still. I'm a junior industrial designer, and I'm one of the men's captains.
I'm just going to show a PowerPoint slide about our club. So, welcome to our club. We are Ultimate Frisbee Club, Jefferson. As soon as I can click present, there we go. All right, so who can play for our club? Anybody is allowed to join. There are no limits. Everyone is welcomed, even if you've never thrown a Frisbee before. Some of us on this team never threw one before even coming here, and we joined the team because everyone was really fun and awesome, and we learned together. We have men's and women's teams, and we also play as a mixed team too. So in the fall, we'll play as a mixed team, men's and women's together for tournaments, and then in the spring, we'll separate and go to our own tournaments. Our club goals, we look to provide leadership and athletic opportunity to students. We also look to provide a social setting to enhance the college experience. And we want to be able to provide the strategy and knowledge and teaching the game of Ultimate Frisbee in high spirit. One of the cool things about Ultimate Frisbee is that it is a self-officiated sport. And with that, the number one rule about it is something called the spirit of the game, SOTG. And what that means is you play with high honesty, high integrity, and it's really awesome. It's really cool that everyone's just so respectful and everyone's really friendly. Where and when do we play? Usually on weekends, early morning or afternoon, we'll be over on Ronson Field playing practices, scrimmages, a little bit of pickup and tossing. As many of you have also seen us, we also like to toss in a Gutman quad, which is in front of the library. We're usually there throughout the week, sometimes on weekends, just throwing the disc around. And during the semester, we're also signed up for 3 to 4 tournaments, which are on weekends, and we'll play like 5, 6, 7 games against other colleges and universities. What do we do now? Times are hard now, so we've kind of adjusted what we can do. So we're still trying to do tossing sessions, but obviously social distance, and we use Frisbees. We try to change them out every once in a while, make sure we use wipes to clean them. We still try to do things outside as well, whether it's like disc golfing or small group hikes, to try to stay active still and try to stay hang out socially. But even since school has been online in March, we have also been doing Zoom game nights every week, whether it's Jeopardy categories or something else, just hanging out online, as you can see by the picture. We're just a bunch of goofy people that like to hang out. So yeah, that's what we do now. Where can you find us? You can find us on our Instagram at Jefferson Ultimate, or you can reach out to us by email. If you're interested in joining or coming to a game night, maybe even to meet us, you can absolutely reach out to us and join us. And actually, I'm going to show you guys some pictures and videos of us at tournaments on our Instagram, actually. All right, here we go. We've put like little mashups together from some of our other tournaments that we've gone to. So here's our first one. This was actually at Villanova, and this was our last tournament in the spring of last year before everything went down.
Action, go.
Yeah, so that was at Villanova. We played teams like Westchester, Lancaster Bible, Temple, and Muhlenberg for our 4 games that day. Here's some other pictures. This is us having a practice over at Ronson. The rain and mud doesn't even stop us. We went out, had a lot of fun, got dirty. This is our most recent tournament in the fall of last year. We played as a mixed team at Muhlenberg, and we went 3-1, and we did really good. We played with Scranton and some other teams. This is a Halloween tournament that we went to, also in the fall. We went as plants. We have Tim here as a bonsai plant. Me and Becky here were cactuses. We had people as eggplants. Someone came as tree car scent things. We had a carrot, but yeah, we'd like to sign up for these tournaments because they're goofy. Even though it was raining the whole time, we still got to play, which is a lot of fun. Every now and then also, we'll meet up with our alumni. So we had a fun little scrimmage against our alumni, and they are still very good, and they kicked our butts. But every now and then, we'll meet up with them, catch up, and have a really fun weekend with them. We do have one really cool thing that we do still during the summer, is there are these things called, or not things, there's a Wildwood tournament. It's the world's largest beach ultimate tournament in the world. And we sign up and we go grab like a place to rent out, and we play a small beach ultimate all weekend. There's over 500 teams that sign up, and we have so much fun. It's like one of the greatest things we do during the summer to stay in touch. And here's just one more video of one of our more recent tournaments. I think this was all 2 years ago, I think, a little mashup. Yeah, we're crazy, a bunch of people that like to have a good time. We're always goofy, and we're always friendly with each other. Silly practice picks and stuff like that, hanging out, breaking frisbees together, all kinds of good things. That's what we're all about.
Right. Well, thank you so much. just a question for you three. So outside of like the obvious fun that you all have and the exercise that you get while doing it, what do you feel like you have gotten the most from being a part of this?
I think one big thing about this is like it's helped me actually with time management because it's like, oh, I have ultimate frisbee practice. Maybe I'll try to get this done before that so that I can go and practice, have some fun. So it's actually helped me with time management skills because I want to go and participate. So it's helped me like stay focused on things.
I've definitely learned a lot of leadership skills and trying to get everyone to work together. The team that we have, we all get along really well, so it's pretty easy. But I've never been in a leadership position like this, and to be able to teach other people, it kind of gave me a new perspective.
And then for me, I met a lot of my really close friends on the team freshman year. It's one of the first clubs I went to, and I'm still really close with pretty much everyone, including the alumni who have graduated who have been on the team.
Well, that's fantastic. So thank you all so much again for taking some time out of your day. And if you have any parting words.
Yeah, reach out to us. Let us know if you want to come to game night. Maybe that will be the first time we meet you, and then maybe we'll start tossing. So thank you.
All right, well, I hope you all enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Take care. All right, so next up we have our national organization of North Texas. Presented by Cindy Hopper. Just a moment. Just as you're watching the live and you're watching this afterwards, a lot of it is today and there's a lot of in this. I mean, be sure to check out information accounts that the information because the link that take you to your organization along with those contacts to reach out. Around just hope that you'll be able to join. As we have our study coming up, that Hello, how are we doing? Doing well. All right, so we're just going to start you out a little bit early. This person before you must have some technical difficulties or something. So you'll have a little bit of extra time. So time is yours, so you all can go ahead.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna share.
You share first,
Mhm.
and do people just come in?
Um,
Like, can we see who's on here or not really?
no, I mean, I think they just will see it in their own time.
All right, so we just talk.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, so you can go, Anthony.
All right, so welcome. This is the Pre-Nursing Society here at Jefferson University. So we're happy to have you. We hope that we can help with the transition to Center City campus and with the new students to our club, and we're all in this together. So what our club is about. So our mission is to unite and be a resource network for aspiring and future nurses. The goal is to give nursing students information and resources to become successful nurses and to help with their transition to Center City campus while providing leadership roles and volunteering positions. Our club meetings, they will be determined on an Excel sign-up sheet. They will be virtual due to coronavirus. And we do have volunteer opportunities to help build up our resumes for student, like for other more opportunities and up the road. And Spiritware, that will be determined. We are working on order forms now. And like what else we do in our club, we also we make the freshmen feel comfortable. We fill them in on the information with our sophomore meetings with the Center City campus. We have personal meetings with them, so we will meet with you guys and fill you in, make you feel more comfortable, more understanding about what the 2+2 program is all about. Go to the next slide. So I'm Anthony Bevilacqua, the president of the club. My pronouns are he, him, and his. I'm a second-year sophomore. I'm from Pittman, New Jersey. And other clubs or organizations that I attend here, I'm in the Sigma Nu fraternity. And I chose nursing because, I mean, you can read it word for word on the screen, but I spent a lot of time in the hospital as a kid growing up. So I always realized how they were always so joyful and so like they love to be present, helping patients get back to being to a healthy state. When I observed that, and I was told a piece of advice, like if you find a job you love, you never work again. And I ended up shadowing it as a job, like as a job from my high school. And I instantly fell in love with this career, so I continued to pursue it. And if you look in the top right corner, I currently work at UPenn Hospital as a thermal screening we take everyone's temperature as they walk in the hospital because of coronavirus and pass out masks to all the employees, patients, visitors, therefore. And Elaine, you can take it over.
So my name's Elaine Luce. I am the vice president of Nursing Society. I chose to be vice president because it was kind of like a last minute kind of decision on my part. One of the leadership opportunities that this club does provide is by taking one of the executive board positions. So basically my position is that I just assist Anthony and we all kind of work together collectively. Nobody's higher than the other. That's the most important to know.
Yeah, we're all pretty well balanced.
Yeah, and we all have very similar personalities in regards to how we want to strive towards nursing and the goals. So a little bit about myself. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. I'm a second-year sophomore as well. I'm from Malvern, PA, which is a half-hour west from here. And I'm also part of women's golf on campus, and I'm also a Nuva ambassador for this year. I chose nursing because I had a best friend growing up that passed away from a number of rare diseases, mostly autoimmune. And she's basically known as the hospital kid, in and out of CHOP all the time. And she basically told me how great nurses had helped her, like how great they were and how they really changed her life, and all the nursing students that would watch her surgeries. So I kind of chose nursing as a way to dedicate my life to her, but also to myself, because I wanted to be there more for my friend than I was when she was around. And a fun fact about myself is that I eat a plant-based diet, and I've been dairy-free for 3 years. And the picture that you see in the top right corner is me with all these other people that I did an allied health program with my senior year, and it was really life-changing because I saw all aspects of nursing. For May May, she is our secretary. Her pronouns are she, her, and hers. She's a second-year sophomore, and she's from Philly. She can tell you more about why she chose nursing in tomorrow's session, but all-around great person. And a fun fact is she has a leopard gecko named Miso. Alexa Wolf is our commanding officer. She also goes by she, her, and hers. She's also a second-year sophomore, and she's from Perseki, PA. And she's a part of Global Medical Brigades, and she's also our ambassador, just like me. And if you do Nursing Society, you can do GMB, which they'll tell you more about if you attend that session. But we all work together to achieve healthcare as students. And she has a twin sister, which is pretty cool. Val is our treasurer. She goes by she, her, and hers. She's also a second-year sophomore, and she's from Philly, just like May May is. And she loves going to concerts. She can tell you more about herself if she comes tomorrow.
So one thing I want to add before we talk about signing up, there are 2 freshman positions that are commanding officers. Last year I was one of them, and it's the fair part, like everyone else, that all the positions we have, you attend more meetings, you get more of the insights of what the club's going on, just more of like an inside reach, and that will be determined too with about like elections. And if you want to sign up, you email us, and feel free to reach out to any of us with further questions. And down below, you look at just all of your emails. You can email anyone you want. Does not matter. No one will get offended if you email one or the other. It's all a fair vote.
We all have like a shared Excel sheet. So all we would need is basically your email, which should be your Jefferson email. It shouldn't be your Philly U email, and a phone number, because we will use GroupMe as a method of communication as well as email. And then also you can just give us a follow on our social media, which is the Instagram. And we'll like post updates and everything. So yeah.
We hope to see you following us on our page. And thank you.
All right. Well, thank you all so much again for all that information. So you mentioned like at the beginning about the transition into Center City. So like, what does that process look like for those who may be curious, who are just starting out in their program?
So far right now, they are currently online too, just like us. So the transition this year is completely different how it's supposed to be. But so here at East Falls, you take the 2 prerequisites, all your classes, the 2 years, then that prepares you for Center City. And that's when you start doing your clinical work. You do a lot more hands-on experience. That's when you start to learn to become a nurse, and you practice more hands-on. You do take classes. It's not only clinical hours, but it just helps you get more, if it helps you feel more comfortable with that transition, with meeting with us, because we worked with the sophomores here last year that are currently there now, and we still communicate with them. So they will continue to feed us information that they are going through day to day now. So just more of like a comfort, talk it out type deal. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And so like when you transition to Center City, are you still able to be a part of this organization?
In a way, this is technically more of the pre-nursing society. Okay. And here at East Falls, this is the pre-nursing major. Sure. Center City is the nursing major.
Okay, that makes sense.
Our main goal here with the Nursing Society is just to get everybody who's on East Falls to Center City. Mm-hmm. Or Abington, there's the choice, but mainly everybody goes to Center City. So
that's great. So all right, if you all have anything else, good for the cause.
That's it.
Hope to get an email from you guys. Thank you.
Well, thank you all so much again. I hope you enjoy the day.
You too.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Have a good one.
Bye.
All right, so coming up next in a moment, we have our jazz band. again, while we're waiting for you guys. Comments that can be shared if you looking forward to hearing from any organization, or if there are any organizations that you haven't heard, if you want to, if you haven't had it, go ahead. You want to share with Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you for joining us.
I'm co-president of the TJU Jazz Band. So
Yeah. All right. So the next 10 minutes is yours. So you can go ahead and take it away.
okay. Oh, this is live. Okay. Gotcha. So this is kind of like a last minute thing that we kind of like put together. And the other co-president should be joining us soon. She has the presentation or put together some pictures of like what we've done in the past. So a little bit about the jazz band. We're a small group here on campus. We get together once a week, practice like either jazz songs, basically like it's really open-ended. We could do whatever songs that people in the band request. Last semester, before everything went online, we did the talent show and we played the Me Channel song and we almost placed. Everyone really liked it. We did a really cool jazz version of the Me Channel song and the crowd just went wild for it. As for things this semester with the jazz band, it is a little bit complicated, obviously, because we can't get together and play, especially with instruments like you can't wear a mask. So we're looking to get the chapel back. That's where we normally practice. So we're able to spread apart very well. And fortunately for us, the acoustics are pretty nice in there, so we'll be able to hear each other. But yeah, we're still looking into that. I know a lot of the people in jazz band right now are doing classes online completely. So we're trying to also put together an online format. So we won't be practicing together potentially, but recording ourselves playing and sending it to another person so you could record your part over that. And then we could, post it on social media or something for people to enjoy. So yeah, that's the quick spiel. We have a lot of woodwinds. So we have a lot of saxophone players. If anyone plays any brass instruments, like we need trumpets, trombones, that would be amazing. We're also always looking for drummers. I play piano. Our other co-president plays the bari sax. But yeah, if you're interested, just shoot either Elena or I an email. My name is Olivia Birateri. You could just search that in the Outlook email. And then the other co-president is Elena McIlhenny. Is the chat open here? Can I put that in the chat?
It's on. We're broadcasting this over YouTube Live.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I could put both your emails in the chat on there.
Okay.
So what is the skill level that's like required to join, if there is a skill level?
I mean, there really isn't a skill level. Like, we're not expecting any like prodigies here, but we do expect you to know like how to play your instrument, or like at least that you're familiar with it enough. We have people who aren't really familiar with sheet music, like our guitar or bass player. We usually, tell her what chords we're playing, and they're able to follow along. But if you're able to read sheet music, that's great. But if not, we understand. We could, work around it. Our faculty supervisor is Chris Pastor, and he's actually really great with helping us out with people who aren't able to read sheet music either. And he will find us sheet music and do like transpositions of sheet music, so we could have like different parts for everyone, which is kind of how we did the talent show last year.
How many members do you all currently have in the band?
I think we have roughly, I'm trying to think last semester. We usually have like around 8 people. Obviously, like the practices, like we really appreciate if you come, but if you can't, like we understand like schoolwork always comes first. So it kind of like fluctuates week to week. But yeah, there's like roughly like around 8 of us all together.
And I was just on a question. Do you all like look to compete in any other type of competitions like throughout the year? I know like this year may be a lot harder to do since a lot of competitions may not be happening, especially if you're not able to practice on the regular together. But is that something that you all may be looking to do moving forward?
We have not really looked into doing competitions, mostly because like we're a small group, and trying to practice all together sometimes is difficult. So it's kind of mostly just like for fun. And then we do try to do some performances on campus. So like the talent show, obviously. And then sometimes we try to put together maybe a performance that can happen in Cambar, in the performance space. But obviously like that this semester, it's not going to happen that way. It's going to be pretty much like digital recordings.
Well, that sounds fantastic. And I know there's always a lot of students around campus who are musically inclined and are looking for those type of groups to get involved with. So that's great. And I hope you'll be able to get moving and get together this semester as well.
Yeah, we're hoping for it. We're still we're in the process of figuring everything out. So.
Right. All right. Well, if you have anything else, it's good for the cause.
I don't. I wasn't set like the video from our semester performance last year, but I don't know if Elena will be hopping on, but I guess we could just be on standby. I know we have until like 12:25.
Yeah.
Okay. I could text her, see where she is, if she can hop on, but if not, I guess that's it.
Do you all have any like social media so that they can point people can go towards?
We do have Instagram. Let me see. I don't know. When we created it, it was still the Philly U Jazz Band. So let me see here if we change it to TJU. Okay, so it's still called Philly U Jazz Band. So if you just type in, Philly U Band, it should pop up.
Just band, not jazz band?
Yeah, just the handle is Philly U Band.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
All right, well, I think that's it.
All right, well, thank you so much again for taking some time out of your day.
All right, thank you.
All right, enjoy your day.
You too.
Bye. All right, so coming up, we have our Fashion Industries Association. Bring them on. No? Can you all hear me? No?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, sorry. All right, so this time is yours, so you all can go ahead and take it away.
Perfect. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Celia Daminger. I am a second-year fashion merchandising and management student, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers. And we are Fashion Industries Association. So we have two major events that we hold every year, and one is the Jefferson Annual Fashion Show, and the other one is Design X. And as you can see to the right of the screen, there's a picture of all of the executive board members from the Jefferson Annual Fashion Show from 2019. And this is all of them being congratulated for all the hard work that they put in at the end of the show.
So as Celia mentioned, one of the kind of smaller scale fashion shows that we help plan and produce is called Design X. So this is kind of where we create a fashion show in Downs. Previously, we would have like a catwalk where the student models would wear our fashion design students' problem-solving studio work, which was kind of created with unconventional items. So you can see that everything's really unique, and we love to have kind of a fun feel at this fashion show. So this year we're thinking about kind of translating that into a window display, possibly either in Canbar or in Hayward Hall. So our kind of main event of our club is planning and producing the Jefferson Annual Fashion Show. So this happens always in the spring, usually in April. So we are actually called the largest student-run fashion show in the country, which is pretty cool. As you can see in all these pictures on the right, it's a very professional, industrial looking fashion show. We really love to kind of get involved, and we help a lot with model castings, the fittings, the garment judging, the lineup creation, music selection. We help kind of gather items for the goodie bags and also hire hair and makeup. So it's a lot of communication and collaborating with a lot of different industries and making those connections.
Sorry, I was muted. We are actually very excited because we are looking for some new executive board members this year. We would love to have 2 freshmen elects, 1 co-producer, and a social media coordinator to join our team. So the social media coordinator position is actually new to us this year. And we are looking for someone that is familiar with using social media. And even if you have a marketing or a graphic design background or any experience, that would be amazing. We are also looking for you to create some content, including mood boards, outfit inspiration, and even some student spotlights, and someone that just has a general knowledge of the fashion industry.
So my name is Amelia McKenzie. I am a sophomore fashion design major, and my pronouns are she, her, and hers. So because of what's going on in the world right now, we're probably not going to be able to hold our annual fashion show, which although is upsetting, it leaves us room to create new ideas. So some things we're thinking about is a virtual fashion show where we might have some sort of like video compilation of like maybe like the same 3 models we hire, like walking in different outfits. We also thought of a Vogue.com-esque website type of deal where we have pictures and videos and a little bit about each designer and like the process that they went through. And then also we're going to try to do some on-campus installations so that the students are seeing the other students' work still. And then we're also planning on having guest speakers with recent graduates. So some of the girls that have graduated out of FIA have gotten some really great jobs. And so we're going to try to have them come and talk to us about like how their experience was since it was so recent. And something we just wanted to touch on is how the fashion industry is changing during these times too. So a quote that we love is, "Digital is clearly part of the shape of fashion to come, and we will take it as an opportunity for innovation to complement tradition." So that's really what we're going to be trying to do.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lauren Schuler. I am a sophomore fashion design major. I go by the pronouns she, hers, and hers. Basically, I'm going to talk to you about what the club is going to look like this upcoming semester and into the spring semester. So because we can't host our in-person annual fashion show and Design X fashion show, our club moves a little differently. So we're going to be trying to host events, like Amelia said, with guest speakers that would involve the entire club, getting other people involved as well. And then we're hoping to reach out to other clubs as well to help us help out with digital design, marketing, try to get other people involved, make it a really collaborative effort throughout the semester. So it's a really great opportunity for that if you're looking for great experience with collaboration. And then, like we touched on before, we're also looking for board members. So those are people that want to be a little bit more involved in the club. So you would be helping us behind the scenes a little bit more, planning these virtual events, coordinating the different things that we're going to be doing throughout the year. So we have an interest meeting through Zoom coming up on September 15th at 1 o'clock. The link will be sent out through our contact information on the next slide here. So basically, this is how you're going to contact us to let us know that you'd like to be a part of the club. So to the right here, we have a QR code. You can scan this with your phone. So you can take the time to do that. It'll bring you to a Google form to sign up for the club. We have a Google form, fill it out, and then we'll add you to our mailing list, and we'll let you know about the Zoom link coming up for the interest meeting, and then we'll keep you on the mailing list for any events that we'll be holding as well. And then we also have an Instagram. It's at FIA Jefferson. Please feel free to DM us any ideas you have, any guest speakers you'd like to see, any ideas that you have for the club at all. And you can also feel free to DM us if you'd rather do that, letting us know that you'd like to be a part of our email list. Our QR code is to the left there. That is all from us. We'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have about the club. Thank you.
So for just a few more minutes, I'm going to keep up the QR codes so that you guys have time to kind of scan them.
All right, well, thank you all so much. I'll monitor the YouTube just in case some questions come in. But just a question for you all. What do you feel like you have benefited most from being a part of this organization, and especially now that you've taken on like leadership roles within it?
I can answer this. I think that this club, I actually started as a freshman. I was just like a normal member. And then I graduated to being on the executive board my sophomore year. But honestly, this club has really allowed me to understand kind of what goes into producing a fashion show and kind of the background work of you're not just making a garment in fashion design, you have to show that to the people and you have to kind of create a story. And I really just love being able to work with everyone towards a common goal. And I feel like that's something that I really learned how to do through this club, is being able to collaborate with others and really just learn more about your industry by actually getting that hands-on experience that you can then go to retailers that you're interviewing with to say, hey, I was on this club. We produced the largest student-run fashion show. Is a really cool thing to be able to say, and a lot of retailers will instantly go out to this experience on my resume. So I think that's a really amazing thing to be a part of something like this. So. Does anyone else want to go?
So actually, I was just adding on a little bit to what Julia said. I love how all of the majors can collide in FIA. So fashion merchandising, fashion design, we're even looking for someone that's interested in marketing, not fashion design, I already said that, graphic design, and just the collaboration that we use in this club is just represents how life really is outside of college and what you're actually going to be doing in the future. And I think that's great because I feel like everyone needs that before they graduate. It's just that real world experience.
And then I can add on to that too. Exactly what the girls previously said. Like this year is going to look totally different with the unprecedented time that we're in. And right now we're really trying to show the Jefferson pride and like be innovative with what we can do with our club. Our entire club was previously based off of stuff that you would see and be in person for. So now we're turning that all around, just like the fashion industry right now is turned upside down, trying to go on to online fashion shows. So we're sticking with what's current right now. We're trying to be innovative, see what we can do, and really produce something really great. And it's a really cool thing to be a part of. And right now we're just reaching out to as many people as we can, try to see if we can collaborate with different clubs, different people, get to know other people, networking. It's a valuable life skill to learn.
Yeah, that's one great thing about joining the club right now is that like we're not just going based off what we do every year off the tradition. We're actually going to be making up the ideas of like how we're going to showcase these. So like your ideas for newcomers like are going to be really valued and like really important to us. So like it really is going to give you a chance to like explore, you know, your problem solving skills, and you're going to be able to put on your resume that maybe this was your idea and it went through and it turned out amazing.
All right. Well, thank you all so much. That was really great information that you're able to provide. And I wish you all the best of luck with moving forward with everything. And yeah, hope you all enjoy the rest of your day.
No, you too.
Thank you. Thank
Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right. So coming up next, we have our Jefferson AIAS, American Institute of Architecture students. How are we doing?
Hi.
Good. How are you?
Doing well. All right. So this time is yours. You all go ahead and take it away.
Okay, cool.
All right. Let me just hit present. So we are AIAS, or the American Institute of Architecture students. Our mission as a club, or really a national chapter, is to advance leadership, design, and service among architecture students. So we'll start off with meeting the executive board for this current school year. We have our president, Cynthia, who's a fifth year from Baltimore, and she has a minor in building technologies and textile design. Myself, the vice president, I'm Sal, fifth year student as well from Long Island, focusing on a custom Viz minor. Our secretary, Kylie, who is a third year from Schnecksville, PA, and is minoring in historic preservation. Our treasurer, Alex, a second year from Quakertown, and a member of Historical Preservation, Habitat for Humanity, and NSLS. Then there's our FBD director, also Alex, who is also a fifth year from Hamilton, New Jersey, and a minor in Historic Preservation and Interior Design. And here with me, our social media director, Seema. She can talk about herself.
I'm a second year. I'm Syrian from Dubai, and I'm in 3 other clubs, and that's it.
So who we are exactly is AIS is an independent nonprofit and student-run organization that functions on an international level. Pretty much every single architecture school in the U.S. has their own chapter. So there's chapters scattered across the entire country. And we, as an organization, work directly with AIS National and the AIA as well. The goals of AIS is promoting excellence within architecture, fostering an appreciation for not just architecture, but also related disciplines. So we try to not limit ourselves to specifically architecture students. We also focus on enriching communities. So as previously in the slide of the board members, we have an FBD director, which is Freedom by Design, where we essentially take on projects working within our community, and from scales of helping community members with disabilities build like customized furniture to designing outdoor spaces for local schools. And we also seek to organize our fellow students and combine efforts to help advance science and architecture.
So what does all of this mean? Jefferson chapter events usually include competitions, AIA, and PA events. We usually have meetings that can expand knowledge between all our members. And we have recently gotten into digital demos where we have Sal and Professor Andrew Hart take information from students, what they want to learn about, and we just offer those digital demos to them. And we also have general meetings that just keep everyone informed of everything. So the highlights of this upcoming year include Chicago Forum Conference, Northeast Quad Conference, AXB Log Tutorial, Virtual Student Gallery. Hopefully that's going to be going through social media. Last year we had it at a actual gallery, and virtual digital demos, like I mentioned, some online forums and discussions, and a bunch of student competitions.
So in case anyone's wondering how else they might be able to get involved, there's a few different ways. Currently, we are running a mentorship program where you can meet new people in years above or below you as either a mentee or a mentor. And this is a really great opportunity to learn from each other, where you can learn things that you won't exactly pick up sometimes from professors, whether they're little tips and tricks or those little ways to make the really annoying projects like a whole lot easier and more manageable. And also just help foster community between architecture students, especially in a time like this where everyone's kind of online and not really able to interact with each other. There's also the option to become a class representative, which is a role where if you become one, you're much more directly working with us as a board and more able to make an impact within AIS. This is also an opportunity to really just get your foot in the door if you possibly hope to have a leadership position in the future and really grow your skills as a leader and allow yourself to take on more responsibility.
Thinking bigger. So as Sal mentioned, we do have a bunch of events that go on with AIS National and AIA National, and those include Forum, Quad, and Grassroots. Those usually take place between December 29th and like the winter season. Quad is usually during the spring semester. We're not entirely sure how that's going to be going on, but you can stay up to date with us. And then Grassroots is usually in the summer, and that's going to be coming up in Washington, D.C., hopefully.
And these are, for reference, just some pictures from previous quads. They're a mix of New York quad and I think Toronto. So you can kind of see it's pretty much just a giant gathering of architecture students. You go on a bunch of tours, meet a bunch of people, and there's a lot of lectures and various activities. So what does being a member mean?
What does being a member mean?
It's first of all, it's a $50 membership fee, which in the grand scheme of things isn't too much with how much architecture students end up spending overall with the semester anyway. But you get access to national conferences, which those conferences like Quad and Forum are typically a few $100s just to attend, but having the membership usually drops it down to around like $60 to get all those benefits. You also gain access to various resources such as Crit Live and national competitions run through AIS. And if we ever have an event where we're going to be charging admission, you'll be able to just get in for free anyway. And then after your graduation for the first year, you get a free year of an AIA membership, which is also very expensive. So it's totally beneficial. So thank you for your time, and we do hope that you decide to join us this year. If you have any questions or if you would like to join, you can email us at aisjeffersonuniversity@gmail.com. You can email our president, Cynthia, at her Jefferson email, or you can follow us on Instagram for other updates, or if you just want to ask any questions or join.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for all the great information. And it looks like you all have really good plans moving forward with everything going on. So it's really great to see.
Hopefully, yeah.
Right. All right. So do you have any parting words that are good for the cause?
No, thank you for your time.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, take care. Hope you all enjoy the day.
You too. Thanks.
Right. So now we have our Delta Sigma Pi folks. How we doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. All right. So this time is yours. So you all can go ahead and take it away.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm just going to share my screen.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Caroline Tuman. I'm the president of Delta Sigma Pi, and I'm a senior fashion merchandising and management major. So a little bit about Delta Sigma Pi. So about us, we are a co-ed professional business fraternity, and we focus on 4 pillars of professionalism, community service, fundraising, and social activities. So through these events, for professionalism, we try and connect brothers with industry people in their major, different events to help them, community service, whether it be on campus or out in the world doing different events, as well as fundraising for our chapter to support different events we might put on, as well as social activities between brothers, whether it be a game night or formal or things like that. So our purpose, Delta Sigma Pi is a professional fraternity organized to foster the study of business and universities, to encourage scholarship, social activity, and the association of students for their mutual advancement by research and practice, to promote closer affiliation between the commercial world and students of commerce, and to further a higher standard of commercial ethics and culture and the civic and commercial welfare of the community. So really, as a fraternity, we want to help our brothers connect with people in the industry, prepare them through different events, and create this brotherhood between people so you can foster relationships and prepare them for going out and after graduation and getting jobs and just making connections along the way. So some of the requirements are to be a business major. So that includes FMM, marketing, accounting, finance, management, international business, a GPA of 3.0 or higher, and to be a freshman, sophomore, or junior.
So there is a recruitment process. Our recruitment week is taking place next week, September 15th through the 17th, and we'll be having events on those 3 days. So you could hear more about the fraternity and meet the brothers and get involved. And then there's a pledging process where you would go through weekly classes to learn more about us, more about the fraternity, what the fraternity stands for, and things like that. And then after that, you do get bigs and littles. So you'd be partnered up with a big, and your big is there to help you throughout the entire process, to guide them, to guide you through it, and help with any questions that you might have. And then after that, after the pledging process finishes and after you get your big, you would go through initiation, which is basically just a formal ceremony that would welcome you into the brotherhood.
So my name is Megan. I'm the Vice President of Pledge Education for the fraternity. So I'm going to go a little bit over the pledging process in detail. It's a 5-week program with weekly modules. They're all online this semester due to COVID. So we'll be meeting through Zoom and going through the modules together. And then, like Brittany said, you're paired with a current brother to kind of help you through the process, help you study for the quizzes that are in the modules and answer any questions or have any advice. Then there is a $136 fee to cover the dues, the programs. You get an official fraternity pin, and then there's also fees for our chapter and the national fraternity fees.
So for our recruitment week, these are the upcoming events that you can look for. So we have an info session happening on Tuesday, the 15th at 6 p.m. So you can learn more about, like I said, more about just DSP as a whole and our chapter of DSP. And then we have a professional resume workshop on Wednesday, the 16th at 7. And you can have your resume reviewed and you can get tips to really perfect your resume. And then the third event is a game night with the brothers on Thursday, the 17th at 7 p.m. So you can definitely come to that and get to know more of the brothers. And if you are interested in coming to any of the events, you can fill out that interest form and we will be able to send you more information about them and also links to get onto the virtual events. So if you want to contact us, you can contact me at that email. My name is Brittany and I'll be dealing with a lot of the recruitment things. And there's also Megan and Caroline's email on there as well.
And you can also, if you want to contact us, we have an Instagram. It's DSP_A to Z. So you can DM and we can answer your questions there as well as email.
All right, well, thank you all so much for all the information. So just a few questions. Why is everyone considered a brother? Like, that's just something I'm curious about.
Just like, since it's co-ed, like everyone, it's just like the terminology used is just like brothers for the chapter. So everyone is a brother.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, originally it was an all-male fraternity, and then women were allowed in, so they were originally called brothers, and they just never changed that.
Okay, that's cool. So just a question for each of you, like what do you feel you have benefited the most from being a part of this organization?
I think the connections I've met just within like the brothers, like I've made a lot of friendships and through everyone here that I may have not known like if I hadn't joined. And I think it's really helpful because this is like a major based fraternity. Like when you're in your classes, you'll see them and you know someone, you can ask them for help. So just having like more connections, especially because I joined as a freshman. So having those early on was really helpful for the rest of my time.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also think that we connect sometimes with other schools like Drexel and St. Joe's and stuff, and I feel like that's really helpful getting to know other people in other schools around us and making connections not only for college but for the future.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the answers that they already said. It's really nice to have people to connect with and to kind of network outside of people who are in your class.
Yeah, and I've gotten like internship offers and job offers just because Delta Sigma Pi is on my resume. There's a lot of companies with higher people in them that are brothers of Delta Sigma Pi, and they really recognize how big of a deal it is to be in this fraternity.
And there's a lot of professors too who were in DSP at some point. So it's really interesting to connect with them, like when they find out you're a brother, to kind of hear their experiences from it.
Well, all right. Well, that was going to be my next question is like the connections that you all can build off of just being a part of this organization. So it seems like it's definitely a benefit.
Yeah, and then we have a lot of events like lead schools or different places where we like per region, you go and you meet with like the different chapters throughout the area. So there's been one in Philly, last year we went to Syracuse, and you get to network with different brothers from all over the country, which is really interesting to kind of hear how they not only run their chapters, but just like connect with them and see how their experiences have been going so far for the future to have network opportunities. It's really interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, all right. I think that's all the questions that I have. If you all have anything else for the good of the cause.
I think that's it for us.
All right. Well, thank you all so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank
Take care.
you.
Yeah.
Right. So coming in, we have our brothers from Sigma Nu. Hello, hello. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Hello. Hey, Cody. How are you? Well,
Doing well. All right. So you all have this time, and it's all yours.
Awesome. Thank you. Let me pull up our presentation real quick. All right. Hello, everyone. We are Sigma Nu Fraternity. We have been on campus for almost 25 years, starting up in 1996. Since our founding, we have had over 200 brothers join, establishing connections with on-campus partners and other community leaders. This past year, we achieved ROC Chapter, which is one of the highest honors presented by our national organization. So whether on or off campus, we're dedicated to providing for and supporting the on-campus community, as well as the community surrounding Jefferson in East Falls and the greater Philadelphia area. We have several different events throughout the semester that range from philanthropic events, like our annual Bike for a Cure for pancreatic cancer, to community service events like Adopt a Highway or volunteering with the Morris Animal Shelter, and different social events with other organizations that are on campus. Our organization provides members with the opportunity of learning many lifelong skills such as networking and communication, money management, community service, philanthropy, leadership, and others. One of our most successful recent philanthropy events was our bingo board to raise money for the Black Visions Collective, which where we raised over $1,000, one of our best fundraisers so far. This fraternity also creates a brotherhood of support, providing younger members with mentors and upperclassmen, shared experiences of a wide range of majors, and being able to have peers to relate to on many common college issues that you experience just throughout your time. And the brotherhood extends past graduation. It establishes lifelong connections with our brothers and sweethearts after they graduate, providing excellent resources for our active members and a great support system for post-graduation advice. If you are interested in joining our brotherhood, reach out to our recruitment chair, Nick, or send us a DM on Instagram. We look forward to hearing from you. That's all that we have for our little presentation, but I know Cody has some questions that we could answer as well.
So something that I'm curious about, since there's a lot of you all, like what has been one or maybe some of your favorite moments since you've joined? Like what has kind of been something that you'll always remember and appreciate just by being a part of this organization?
I'll go. I guess just all of the lifelong friends that I've made through this. I didn't realize how close of a bond I would get with most of the guys in the fraternity, and it's really means something to me that I can come out of my college experience having these lifelong bonds with all of these dudes.
I'd say for my greatest experience, it was probably Adopt a Highway. Environmental issues is something that was also a passion of mine. So going out and collecting trash was really fun, and the fraternity got me started in it even as I was rushing, and I enjoyed it. And it's something that I like coming back to in the following semester.
I enjoyed our retreats that we would do, our camping retreats. There's been two that I've gone to so far, when we just go out into the woods, either to a log cabin or actually go camping in tents and just try to enjoy the time we have together to stay away from technology and just keep being ourselves.
Gotta say, I also really enjoy Bike for a Cure, which is a annual thing we do where we bike for 36 hours straight to raise money for pancreatic cancer. And that's always a great time because we always get everyone on campus involved as well. People will come up and bike for us. And you gotta love the 2 a.m. biking till 6 a.m. So.
Yeah, I think pretty much what everyone has said is, relatable for me as well. One of the things I talk about most frequently when I talk about how much I've enjoyed being a part of this organization is how much I never thought about being a part of an organization like this when I was joining college. I really didn't think that fraternities were, what this experience has been. You get to see, all of the real work that goes into being in a fraternity when you're a part of one, and you don't, compared to when you're looking in from the outside and you don't get to see all of like the good that actually goes on.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my next question is what yourself, like what were some of those things that kind of pushed it over the edge and made you want to join and really kind of pushed you to rush?
I didn't hear a single thing you said, Cody. You completely cut out.
Yeah, you were cutting out.
Can you all hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I was asking, like, so similar to what Tim said, is he never thought that he would join a fraternity, and I know maybe some of you all maybe had some hesitations about joining, or maybe didn't think of it yourself. So what were some of the things that kind of pushed you over that edge that made you really want to rush and be a part of this?
For me, it was really seeing like the community aspect, like going out to recruitment events and getting to see how everyone bonds and connects with each other was a really cool experience. And then on top of like the social aspect, seeing the stuff we do, like obviously before I joined the fraternity, seeing the stuff that they did for the community, like Adopt a Highway and giving back through whatever it is that we do, like Bike for a Cure. It was really cool to see that like we can balance our social stuff and give back to the university and the community that we're in, and defy the stereotypes that are just like saying we only do like parties and bad stuff like that. Whereas in reality, we break those stereotypes and give back when we can.
Yeah, I agree with you, Scene. And also something that really helped me was that there are other students in the fraternity that are part of my majors. So it's people who are above me and eventually be below, and they can see my projects, help me out. And just having the wide variety of friends who help me out with all those projects. And we also focus a lot on education. We kind of have like a, I guess, grade system where we track all of our grades. We're trying to help each other out. And if we see someone falling, we help them out, make sure they're doing good. We kind of give them tips and help them out whenever we can. So that helped me a lot.
Yeah, I guess part of the reason I wound up joining was because I was friends with like a bunch of the brothers before I even knew they were all in a brotherhood. So they kind of like, I guess, for lack of a better term, like coaxed me into joining via friendship. And I would say that's probably like the best way to do it if you ask me.
Yeah, I accidentally
came to one of their rush events my freshman year, and it was actually the best decision because getting to know them, you could actually see how much they cared to actually get to know you, remember you, and the actual community within them, within our fraternity is so much better than you would actually think from just any other fraternity that is like a stereotype on major college campuses.
So just speaking of recruitment, maybe you all want to talk a little bit about like what that process would look like, making it happen.
I could talk about the recruitment process because I guess technically I'm still the recruitment chairman. So for that, it's just like you come out to events that we have planned. On a regular semester, they'd be in-person events, stuff on campus, off campus. But this semester, obviously, is a totally different ballgame. So it's going to be mainly virtual events, reaching out to people via social media, trying to like have some face-to-face contact when we can in smaller groups if it's approved by the university. But yeah, mainly with recruitment, just trying to get people involved, show our faces, just get to know them as people, get to know them, see if this is something they'd be interested in without pushing the idea of rushing onto them. Because at the end of the day, we'd rather see you succeed as a student, as a person, and we'd like to help you in any way possible if that's a good fit for you.
All right, I think that's all the questions that I have. If anyone has anything else.
Let's go Birds.
How you been, Cody? I haven't seen you in a while.
Living the dream.
I can tell that virtual background has you glowing, man.
Right? See the halo around the hair?
Yeah. Angel, I'm just waiting for the wings to come out.
Oh man, it's really good to see you all. And I hope that things work out, you know, that you're able to do as much as you're able to do this semester, and then moving forward, hopefully the spring opens up, you all can have a really successful recruitment.
Appreciate you, Cody.
Awesome. Thank you, Cody.
Thank you.
Take care, gentlemen.
Thanks.
Right. So now we have our sisters from Theta Phi Alpha. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Loving
We're
the
live
energy.
from
Ready?
TEDS. Yes.
All
Live
right.
from TEDS. Cute.
All right, so this time is yours. You all can go ahead and take it away.
Hi guys, we are Theta Phi Alpha. We're just gonna go through and introduce ourselves real quick. Elena, if you want to start.
Hey, I'm Elena. I'm chapter president. I'm a senior pre-med student. Yeah.
I'm Sabrina. I'm a senior health sciences major, and I am the new member educator for Theta Phi Alpha.
Hi, I'm Lex. I'm Theta Phi Alpha's vice president, and I'm a senior fashion merchandising major.
I'm Sydney. I am a third year industrial design major, and I am the vice president of recruitment.
I'm Erin. I'm a third year pre-med major, and I'm philanthropy chair.
Sadia.
Sorry, I needed better lighting. Hi, I'm Sadia. I'm a third year OTL science major, and I am sisterhood and special events chair.
And I'm Julie Shankowitz. I'm a fourth year health sciences major, and I am our recruitment chair. If you guys, we're gonna show a presentation quick. If you guys have any questions throughout the presentation, just type it in the chat box, and then we can answer them at the end for you. Okay.
And there is a bit of a lag with the questions, so if we don't get to them, it's not because we don't care. We do care.
All right, can you guys see?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So first off, we're gonna have Sadia talk about our sisterhood.
I talk with mute on all the time. Hi guys, like I said, I'm Sisterhood Chair. So sisterhood is basically a way for us to get to know each other better and to connect and become a stronger whole as a unit. So for our sisterhood dates or events, we normally do things like we take pictures together. We've been to Dorney Park together. We've been to Sky Zone, Middle Orchards, Longwood Gardens, escape rooms. Like it's literally just a way for us to become a better sisterhood and like create a more of a bond so that we look more like a united front as an organization. So yeah, they're super fun. Yeah. Okay.
So for our philanthropies, we have 3 national philanthropies, and they're the House that Theta Phi Alpha built, Glen Mary Home Missionaries, and Camp Friendship. All 3 of these typically deal with homelessness and hunger awareness throughout the country. And while we do these 3 national homelessness associations, we also cater to our sisters' needs. So we have done suicide prevention walks, we've done donations to dog shelters, and we really try to look into the interests of our sisters and what communities they would like to help as well. So we also do a lot of community service. So we make peanut butter and jellies and blessings bags, and we'll go around Philadelphia and we'll hand them out to local homelessness in our area. We've also volunteered at Manna, which they also feed the homeless. And then we have a hunger and homelessness awareness week where we will put down a couple facts around the homelessness in the United States at the time. And we will continue to do events throughout that week to spread awareness and also try to do our part in assisting that community.
Hi. So one of the more fun parts of being in Theta Phi Alpha is getting your family, and that falls under my position as new member educator. So pretty much I will be in charge of matching you up with your big sister. And it's a really great experience. Like you really do find the girl that complements you best. And, you know, you guys all like you have that special bond together. And honestly, it's a lot of the sister's favorite memory in being in the sorority. And yeah, like you will see some families on campus or maybe on Instagram. And it's just like, it's your sister for life. Like they will always be there as your role model and support system. And then you'll get a little of your own too.
Kristen, can you talk about dues quickly?
Wait, I don't think Kristen's on right now.
Yeah, I just realized Kristen.
I can talk about dues. I used to be
Yeah,
treasurer. What I always like to tell people regarding like payments for the sorority dues, we do have to pay like semesterly dues. But at least luckily at our campus, it's not as much as like you'll see at other campuses. We really like pay for the activities that we do. So like what Sadia was mentioning with some of our sisterhood events, like, you know, we go to like escape rooms or like Longwood Gardens or, you know, stuff like that. And like we pay for that pretty much ahead of time is how we look at it. So we don't have to pay out of pocket later. That's pretty much like what our dues go towards. And we have some national dues that we have to pay. But usually it's very doable for most sisters, and we have payment plans to like help you work through that. But we're not here to like, you know, shake your wallets of all your money. Like we definitely work with you, and, you know, everyone's able to find a plan that works for them. And, you know, everyone's able to kind of, you know, work through it. And, you know, I know a lot of sisters like work on campus and are able to pay for it that way. And, you know, it's been very doable. So if you ever have any questions about that, like, please feel free to ask more.
Yeah, and on that, I will say that, you know, in the beginning, I was really nervous about it, and I was like, how am I going to fund this when I'm in school and I can't work? And, you know, then I did end up getting a job, but it's almost like, how can you really put a price on like the experiences and the friendships? And it sounds super cheesy, but it's true. It's like there's so much that you get out of this experience in this sisterhood and the sorority. So, I mean, you do have to put a price on it sometime, but it's like it can be so worth it if you really make it worth it. So yeah, like she said, there's payment plans, so you can definitely kind of figure out what works for you.
I just want to add that, if you guys have any questions that you might be a little scared to ask now or think of later, all of us are always willing to talk to you, whether it be like through our sorority Instagram or one of us individually. And just know that if there is an informal recruitment, that freshmen cannot go through that, and it has to be a transfer student or an upperclassman, and freshmen are able to come out in the spring, and more information will be posted on those when we have it.
Yeah, and I just wanted to kind of wrap up before we try and take any questions, just kind of touching on our values. So Theta Phi Alpha, we have, a plethora of values, but some that we really try and focus on are loyalty, justice, truth to all of our sisters, and staying true to ourselves. And so that's kind of what we value in our chapter. And we really welcome you to come check it out. Please go through the recruitment process. Even if you're just a little bit interested, you can see like if you can find, a home with any of the organizations on campus, and, see if our values align with yours. And we really recommend that you go for it and go Greek. So I don't know if there's any other questions that have popped up now. Okay. Any last minute words?
I would definitely say, as Lex mentioned, if you have any questions, or if you just want to be like, hey, like what are you talking about when you say blessing bags? You're like, I'm very interested in some of the things you do. Please reach out, especially on the Instagram's probably the easiest way. And if you're like, oh, that Sydney girl mentioned something, you can be like, hey, what's her Instagram? And reach out, and, so don't be shy at all. We're definitely here to talk and answer your questions and get to know you. So
yeah, please follow the Instagram.
Yeah.
And you can DM any of us. We're always welcome to answer questions. DM the Instagram, DM any of our personal Instagrams, like totally cool. Send us an email if you want to look us up. Always welcome to helping you all.
All right, well, thank you all so much. It's always good to hear from you. And I didn't see any more questions come in, but I did attach your social media account, so hopefully you all get a flood of questions there. But yeah, if there's nothing else that you all want to say for the good of the cause. No? All right. Well, thank you all so much again. Enjoy the day.
Thanks, Cody.
Thanks, Cody.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, so now we have Jess joining us from the Rhythm and Motion Dance Company. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. All right, so this time is yours. You can go ahead.
Okay. I'm just going to share a PowerPoint. Okay. So I'm Jessica, and I'm the Vice President of Rhythm and Motion Dance Company. We're one of the dance companies on campus. There are a few others, but our normal function as our RAM dance team is we kind of work like a dance studio. We have people from all ranges of dance, all interests of styles come and join us, and we kind of work throughout the week. Like we have different styles and different days, and you can come take classes with us. So we just allow pretty much anyone to come and just test out anything. We have people that have been dancing for 15 years like me, and we have people that did cheerleading, gymnastics, track and field, like from all realms of everywhere, that just are excited about dancing and want to try something new, and we love catering to that. If you do have more dance experience, we love having choreographers. come in with their own choreography and teach people. So usually we operate on Tuesday and Thursday nights and Sunday afternoons. Obviously right now it's going to be a little bit different. And then in the fall, we usually do Ram Madness, which is like the big pep rally for the basketball team, mid-semester. And we perform there. We do like hip hop and jazz. And then in the spring, we'll do all different styles. And we usually have a spring showcase. It was supposed to be in early April, I think, of last year. And it ended up getting canceled. But we had all different things. We had contemporary, jazz, tap, hip hop. We do heels, which is really fun. And we've done hula in the past. There's a couple other styles. We'll do pretty much anything enough people are interested in and someone wants to choreograph for, which is pretty cool. For this semester, since clubs are not allowed to meet together on campus, we will be doing things through Zoom. I know a lot of people don't have a lot of space where they are staying. Like I know I don't have a whole lot of space in my room. So we're going to try to do some sort of either yoga or stretching or small dance classes. I know I'm going to be trying to teach choreography, but we're going to try to cater to whatever type of space you guys all have. We just want to make sure people stay dancing. Like I know after graduating high school, I was just itching to get started dancing again, and I didn't want to wait. So we're going to try and get stuff started as soon as possible virtually, because that's how it has to be. But if you have any interest, in the team, you can email me at jessica.kipp, Kipp, at jefferson.edu. And I will reply to any interests, and we are taking anyone who's interested right now, and you'll get put on an email list, and we're going to try to figure out what everybody wants to do for the semester. We're looking forward to all suggestions, anything that people would be interested in. And then you can also follow us at Jefferson_rhythm and motion on Instagram for updates there. We will try to get updates there as well. But yeah, we as a team, we are kind of the team on campus that will take any level of dance, and we'll do any style, which is nice. We don't, we try to include pretty much everyone that's interested. So if anyone has any interest in dance, either contact me at jessica.kipp@jefferson.edu or find us on our Instagram at Jefferson_rhythm and motion. That's pretty much
All right, well, thank you so much. So just a question, I know I asked a few yesterday, but, and this may be different just because you all aren't able to do a lot with all the restrictions going on. Let's say someone just wanted to participate in like the times that you all meet, but they didn't want to like do the performance.
That's completely fine. We had people like that last year. If you just want to come for the experience and the fun, it's an amazing way to just de-stress yourself. Like as an architecture major, I'm hustle bustle all the time. So getting to stop and just dance and forget about everything else for a little while was really great. You don't have to stress about being on stage. You can still come, learn choreography, and have fun. Like the performance is just something we do at the end of the year for people who enjoy it. But it's definitely not mandatory.
Right, that's good. I'm thinking people who may have stage fright or just kind of want to do it for the experience, the fun, exercise, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's all the questions that I have. If you have anything else that are good for the cause.
Just keep moving. Everyone's kind of sedentary at the moment, and the more you move, the better you're going to feel.
Absolutely. That's great. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Bye.
All right. Take care. Okay. So joining us now, we have hello. Oh, you're muted.
I said fancy
fancy background.
Yeah. All right. So we're a little bit early, but
Yeah.
more time.
Hi.
All right. So this time is yours. So you all can go ahead and take it from here.
Okay. Sounds good. Hi, Mackenzie. You're muted.
Hi.
I'm gonna wait a few minutes until people start coming on.
Okay. Did your teacher like my project? Because mine didn't.
She did. She was saying how she did mention that she was like, see now this one has some negative.
All right. Should I just start now since it's being broadcasted? Yeah? Okay. Can you guys see the screen? Can you see you though or no? At the top? Okay, good. All right. Welcome to the Delta Phi Epsilon Virtual Involvement Fair for 2020 we're having this semester. This is our leadership team. We have Brooke Package, she is president. I am Melissa Bertino, I'm vice president of recruitment. We have Holly Springhorn, she is vice president of membership development. And then we have Kara Christopher, she is vice president of academic affairs. We have Ornella, she is the member at large. Bridget Andrews is the vice president of programming. Caroline Duncan is vice president of operations. So our mission statement for the Delta Phi Epsilon sorority is to provide a sisterhood experience rich with tradition, innovation, and opportunities to grow. Our vision is we inspire and empower our sisterhood to engage in a lifetime of leadership and service. And our founding principles are Jessie Low, which is justice, sisterhood, and love. Some history about Delta Phi Epsilon. We are an international social sorority. We were founded March 17th, 1917 at New York University. Our founders were the Dimes, which are below below in the PowerPoint. We are one of 26 sororities, a part of the National Panhellenic Conference, and we were colonized December 12, 1988. Our symbols and insignia, our colors are royal purple and pure gold. Our flower is the lovely purple iris. Our mascot is the unicorn, and our jewel is a pearl. Our motto is Esse quam videre, which means to be rather than to seem to be. So we do a lot of community service and philanthropy work. So our DeFi sisters value the importance of serving and our surrounding communities. Throughout the years, we have supported various causes and raised millions of dollars nationally. Some of our chapters' general fundraising events have included car washes, bake sales, Chipotle fundraisers, and open mic nights. One of our big events that we do is D4Dude, which is a male beauty pageant, which is in support of the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. Our philanthropic partners, as I said, are the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, ANAD, and the Delta Phi Epsilon Educational Foundation. So here in the middle is our D4Dude, the male beauty pageant that we have. We raise a ton of money for cystic fibrosis, and we have a lot of support with professors and students and even family members come out. And then the two pictures on the sides are from our cystic fibrosis. We did a stair climb and we also did a walk. So whether that's helping with concessions, helping set up, everything like that. Some of the events that we do sisterhood events, we do retreat, we do social mixers with fraternities and sororities at our schools and the other schools. We've done some with UPenn. We do an alumni brunch for some of the older sisters to come back, and then Greek week with every Greek organization at Jefferson. To be a membership in the Epsilon Phi chapter here at Jefferson, the GPA requirement is a 2.5 to be a member, and then it's a 3.0 to be on the leadership team. Our dues range from about $200 to $300 a semester. We do have payment plans available, and you can talk to us about dues whenever. And then the time commitment, we have weekly chapter meetings, and we also have events throughout the semester that you have to participate in and we take attendance at. There have been many students I know that are worried about the time commitment. I have a few friends that are in PA, I have friends that are on the dance team, and they all make it work. So if you're really committed to being in DeFi, then this will work for you. These are just some of the events that we did. We had when we did our big little event, and then we had bid day, which was really fun. And then if there's any questions, but that's about it.
All right, well, thank you all so much. So maybe if you want to talk a little bit about the recruitment process and what that looks like.
So this year, it's going to be definitely a little bit different. I think we're going to do it all virtually. So we're going to have a weekend where we do, we have like 4 separate sessions. So the first day would just be Meet the Sisters. And then we'll learn more about DeFi and meeting the sisters. And then the second session is we do sisterhood events. So playing games, getting to know us even better. And then we'll have a philanthropy day where we talk about the cystic fibrosis. We do events for that, little games so you get to know what we do in support of cystic fibrosis and ANAD and the Educational Foundation. And then the last day we normally do is a speed dating event, which is just definitely like diving in deeper and knowing like the potential new members and you guys knowing us. So it's not just like a face, like we know who you are and what you're about and if you would be a great fit for the sorority.
All right, thank you. Maybe just a question for all of you. What made you want to join the organization? Did you have any hesitations in doing so? And if you did, like what kind of pushed that over the edge to make you want to commit and join?
For me, I wanted a lot of my friends freshman year were in my major, and I wanted to
meet people outside of my major and in different grades, and also just to get advice on different things, and to also just be more involved on campus.
I'm sad. Going off what Mackenzie said, like I have like all my friends are basically in my major as well, so I wanted to meet other people outside my major, and then like have things to do like on the weekends and stuff when I don't have like schoolwork, and just like to have people you can always go to.
And what about kind of to wrap up, what do you feel like is the best thing that you've experienced about being a part of the organization, or some of the best things, like things that will stay with you for years to come?
For me, I would say meeting some of the older sisters in our sorority. Being a freshman, it is kind of intimidating, like being the youngest one at school. So for me, like getting to know the girls and actually like not being intimidating, like being intimidated by them, and just seeing like how nice everyone is. I mean, I still go to my big for advice for the sorority, for school, because she's the same major as me. So I still go to any of the older girls for anything that I ever need. And it is definitely scary at first. It's definitely a scary feeling, but once you're like in it and you're around everyone, you realize that like this is for you, and it's an amazing experience.
I was just gonna say the same thing basically, but I'm only a sophomore, so I didn't really get to experience as much as I would like to because of COVID and everything. But like from what I have experienced, like everyone, especially the older girls, are just so welcoming, and like you make you feel at home. And I feel like I can go to any of them and talk to them about anything, and they would help me with anything.
All right, that's about our time. So if you all have anything else for the good of the cause.
I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so now we're moving on to her campus. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna present for her campus one.
Yeah. Absolutely. Is it just you?
I think so. I think I had my friend Amelia helping me, but I don't know if she's doing it today.
Okay, no worries. All right, so the time is yours, so go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. Okay. So her campus, Jefferson. Oh wait, let me. What is it on? Okay. There we go. Okay. Took me a while. Okay. So her campus, Jefferson, is essentially an online college women's magazine, and there's chapters all over the country. And what's great about this club is you can essentially write about anything that interests you. There's a bunch of categories that your articles can fit into: lifestyle, entertainment, wellness. You can write about mental health, and articles can range from being pretty timely, like short, or lengthy, just depending on what you want to write about. So you can meet our board. So Sam is our senior editor, and so she kind of oversees all of the articles that go on to our chapters page. Destiny is our events director. Amelia is our secretary. Jordan is our social media manager for Twitter. And I also create social media content for Instagram. And all of our information is right here. I'll probably go back to that. And then Savannah is a staff writer. Megan's a staff writer. Megan Manderson is a staff writer. And so it's her campus is really great for just journalistic pursuits if you like writing in your free time, or you want to kind of take this as a new hobby. This is a pretty low maintenance club. Staff writers usually write once a week, and then if you're on the board, if you're like in publicity for social media, for instance, then you might write articles once every 2 weeks. And yeah, it can range from being pretty short to being pretty long, depending on the category or if it's a feature. So yeah, writing and editing, you can contribute to our blog, and publicity kind of deals with social media, event planning and coordinating, as well as marketing. And then for those spots, you usually write at least once a month. Okay, so things we do. So the National Her Campus Board sends us survival kits to try out, and we write about them. We write articles about some of the items we get. And so we kind of get these goodies that we all share at the meetings and that we pass around. And fundraising, so we raise money. There's one fundraiser called Dressember. I'll admit, I don't think I was there when we did that one, but we'll see what fundraising pursuits we can have in the future, considering COVID guidelines and whatnot. That's something to consider. Team bonding activities. I believe last year we had a Thanksgiving dinner, which was pretty nice. And then our chapter level is gold. So basically different chapters across the country accrue different point levels based on how often we kind of abide by different themes that the national board kind of encourages us to write about. Like, for instance, Valentine's Day, like the week of Valentine's Day, writing articles surrounding Valentine's Day, different holidays. Yeah, survival kit unboxings, mentioned that. And then looking forward to doing more group activities this year safely. And features can consist of both hard news and lifestyle pieces, as well as personal essays. You can put more opinionated content. A lot of us do rants about different things. And of course, articles can be short, they can be long. Sometimes around 300 words, I want to say, and above. Although sometimes we do get even shorter articles. You can talk about fashion, beauty. Yeah, you do concert reviews. Some people do playlists, although that's one that we get a lot. Athletic event commentary. Sometimes we do kind of little profiles on people. And yes, some of the categories we have, again, culture, money and career, sex and relationships, style, wellness, beauty, lifestyle. You'll learn research skills and analyzing current events and trends. This is one that I wrote, actually. I was talking about rants, yeah. So you can write more opinionated articles. This was a feature that we had, a rant on contemporary poetry. So yeah, as you can see, this one was pretty lengthy that I did. But yeah, you can write ones where you really talk about your own opinion of things. It doesn't have to be super objective or anything. Publicity and social media. It is really important to our chapter. We try to post on Instagram and Twitter pretty often. And it definitely does get more views on our page. So yeah, so keep an eye out for updates. I think another page will show the links for our Twitter and everything. So if you want to be a staff writer, an editor, or publicity, if you want to apply for those positions, you can submit an application. So it's my first time being in the virtual involvement fair. I'm not sure how people are kind of circulating their information, but if you are interested, I would write this email down. That's our senior editor, Sam's email. And so you can email her. I don't think there's links to the applications on this PowerPoint, but I'm sure if you email her and ask her about one of these positions, or if you are questioning if you want to do, if you don't know which position you want yet and you just want to ask some questions, you can email her. I'll stop for a few seconds if you want to copy it down or screenshot it. Okay, only 3 minutes left. Okay, so yeah, and this is our website. So basically all chapters kind of just start with the hercampus.com and then /Jefferson. And yeah, and then the national website, our Instagram. So everything's just Her Campus Jefferson or HC_Jefferson. Stop there for a second. Look at that. All right. I think that's it. All right. All right, so that's it. Our club's pretty small, so we would love if you join. All right.
All right, well, thank you so much. And if you all have like that information for applications and all that, if you could send it to me, I would love to like be able to share it like on our social medias and our Wednesday emails and things like that.
Okay, great. Okay. All right, thank you. All right, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah. So just a question. So say someone comes in with not a lot of writing experience. Is there, like, do you all have structures put in place like to improve, like to have feedback from everyone in the group to kind of work on collaborating with writing and things like that?
Yeah, so editors definitely have a good keen eye on like trying to like oversee and like look at the articles, and you know, they are good at critiquing us on how to do better. But yeah, we also like have open communication on GroupMe. So if you have any questions, it's kind of just like pretty open. We just kind of ask each other questions, and so it's like pretty simple structure, I guess you could say.
What do you feel like you have learned the most since being a part of Her Campus?
I don't know. It's just it's nice to be like outspoken about things you care about. Like I've written a lot of articles that I never thought like I'd write before, just about like issues that I care about like climate change, or I had that thing about like contemporary poetry. I don't know. So you could like write about anything that you are passionate about. Really
Yeah, and it's always good to have a platform to express your thoughts.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate it.
Well, all right.
Take care. Right, so rejoining us is Elena with the American Sign Language Club. Hello again.
Am I on now?
You are on.
Hey, Cody. All right, so I am here now for American Sign Language Club. I don't have like a big presentation because, you know, we do a lot more so just like face-to-face. But yeah, so I'll just like start by talking a little bit about like what we do. So we are kind of like, we get together, pretty much how our club meetings go. We meet once a week. We might be doing every other week this semester, but we get together and we just do like a lesson each week, you know, like learning different things in sign. I think I muted myself. We start off basic and we do like, you know, basic conversation things. We learn like different, you know, topics like household things, like, you know, school things. Just basically we do like holiday things, you know, something different each week. And it's kind of just a way we learn the language, and we learn about like the deaf and hard of hearing community. And, you know, it's really nice to have that on campus since there isn't a program really offered for it. Like it's not, there's no ASL classes or anything on campus. So it's really nice to have this like club to kind of explore this, that world for us. But yeah, like some stuff we like get involved on campus as much as we can. So we do events, like we've collaborated with CAB and done like bingo nights with them. We've done like a bake sale at their bingo nights, and sold like stuff in the shape of, you know, like hand signs and stuff like that. We've done movie nights where we watch and host like, you know, deaf or ASL centered movies. We watched like A Quiet Place, The Hammer, stuff like that. We've been looking into, you know, volunteering at the deaf school in Philadelphia. So that's kind of something we've always been working on. We've also collaborated with like the a cappella group on campus. We've signed one of their songs at the showcase. We want to get involved in the talent show in the future. So stuff like that, we just try and incorporate what we learn in club with, things that are going on campus. So that's basically what we, do as a club. It's a pretty casual club. We get together, it is smaller, so we get to talk about like what members want to see, when they come to club and what we want to learn. And, it is really fun. It has been a really good experience and I've learned a lot from it. I'm the treasurer. We have like a little e-board. And so, we have a president, we have a vice president and a secretary as well. I can share my screen really quick. I do have our Instagram up. So if anyone is interested in, like getting in contact with anyone, this is our president's email address. This is the Instagram. It's philu_ASL. And you can kind of also scroll through. We do like a sign of the week video on our Instagram. We do just different stuff like holiday songs and trying to do little lessons on our Instagram. So if you want to learn more about our club and see more of our members, you should definitely like get on our Instagram and take a scroll through. This is from our showcase when we did it with the choir. So we also have met like celebrities. We met Sean Birdie from Switched at Birth. He was doing a event at like the CCP, I think it was. And so we got to go meet him, and he's like a deaf actor, which was really cool. And it was a show that I used to really enjoy watching. So yeah, stuff like that. I don't know if there's any questions. Feel free to drop any questions about like our club and what we do, but that's pretty much my spiel.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
What is like the level of, I guess, experience or knowledge that one may need? Or kind of what is it in the group? Like, do you have people who are completely fluent, or do you have people who are complete novice who have never signed before?
That's a great question. So we've had a mix of pretty much all levels at some point. Right now it is pretty like beginner level, the composition of the group. But like some of us have been doing this since I'm a senior. I've been doing this since freshman year. So like I have learned a lot over the years. And could say like maybe I have a basic understanding, but every year we have new people join, first year students join who have no background, and that's totally fine. We start with the basics. We start with like the alphabet and like basic like sentence starters and things like that. So we always start from the beginning, but it is also like a good refresher for us who have been doing it for a while now. But for a while we did have one of our previous president, she had taken an ASL class off campus and had become pretty proficient in it. So she was really good at teaching us kind of how to run the club and pass down a lot of her knowledge. Sorry if it's noisy. But yeah, so we have had all types of levels. People have taken classes, people who, have like deaf relatives. So it is like you don't have to have any type of background in it at all, or even if you are more proficient in it, it is cool to kind of have people who can teach in that way.
Absolutely. So what are you all's plans for this semester? You plan to meet virtually, like every so often, or what is that going to look like?
Yeah, so we are trying to meet, I think we're still trying to decide if it's every week or every other week. I think we are going to do every week though on Tuesdays during break period, and we're probably going to do virtually. So which is the cool thing about sign language is we can do it virtually and still communicate, but we are going to try and look into also trying to like socially distance on campus, meet in the quad maybe. But yeah, and we are trying to plan some things like, movie nights or like virtual movie night. As I was saying, watching some kind of like deaf film, stuff like that. So that's why like, people should definitely follow the Instagram, look out for like announcements for that stuff.
You know of any like resources that people may look into that could like help them outside of being a part of the group as well, like that could supplement being a part?
Yeah, so I mean, like, websites and stuff. We we use a few different websites. Our favorite is Signing Savvy. That's a really good like dictionary type website. We also do a lot. I mean, YouTube has so much, just like anything you would need in that way. We actually have used YouTube a lot to learn songs. Learning how to sign a song is like a really good way of learning vocabulary, because you just like repeat, the same stuff over and over just to try and memorize. Like if you're learning the lyrics to a song, you learn how to sign it. And there's all types of song tutorials on YouTube that we've followed along with. A few songs, we've done in the past, like we've done for the showcase. So yeah, like, sorry. But yeah, so I would definitely get on YouTube if anyone's like looking to like learn more signing on their own, or signingsavvy.com is a really good resource for that.
That's great. Those are helpful tips. Well, all right. I think that's all the questions that I have.
All right, cool.
All right. So thank you so much again.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for putting all this together.
Yeah.
And I'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
All right, bye.
So now we have Kyle coming in from our volleyball.
Hey, Cody, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
All
So
right. Yeah, so this time is yours. So.
All right.
Yeah.
I have two other people coming, so I'm just going to
Yep.
share real quick. All right. Oh, does it look weird to you? What is this? There we go. Can you guys see it good? Yep. All right. So we're Jefferson Volleyball Club. And before we start, I am the founder of Volleyball Club. We started this last year. My name is Kyle Pecora. And our vice president is Sydney Satt. And our social media coordinator is Mala Samal. So a little bit about us is that we are just a volleyball club. No experience is needed. We range from very experienced players to very new players. When we started, about 90% of our club was all unexperienced players, and we taught them how to play actual volleyball. We have a lot of fun. We help each other out. We have weekly practices and scrimmages, and sometimes we have tournaments, and we're planning to verse other schools. And we also do a lot of fundraiser events. So Sydney, if you'd like to.
Yes, okay. So these are just some pictures of us. We have a video coming up shortly. But we have just kind of grown to be such a tight-knit group of people, which is really exciting to me. And so as you can see, this little picture on the right here, I actually set Kyle up, and he just has this killer hit, which is so fun for everybody to watch. But I was like, oh no, what's he gonna do with it? So that's, that's kind of us. We're just super silly and fun, and we would love to have, the addition of you guys. And if you're interested, if you've played before or not, as Kyle mentioned. So if you want to go to the next slide. So here's just our little video. I take videos all the time, and our social media coordinator, Mala, she does as well. And so we just kind of threw them together. This is a tournament we did last semester. Obviously, it's going to look a little bit different this semester, but do we have sound on this?
It should. Might be the streaming thing, but
Yeah, so there should be sound if you guys want to check it out on your own.
Yeah.
But this was just a little tournament we threw together. Super fun. This is kind of highlighting our top two teams. We have Team Sh and Team Rice. So the boys are Team Rice. You can see they're just kind of jumping around. So yeah, these guys are a little bit more experienced. The girls team is very experienced, as you can see with some of their hits and the way that they move on the court and play the ball. So, one of our treasurers, Shelby, she had never played before in her life. And so if you check out our Instagram page, which we'll have up for you guys to check out shortly, She was our very first player spotlight because she has just kind of grown so much this club. So please don't be nervous if you've just never played before, or, you know, you didn't make varsity or something, like, because that was, you know, some of our situations as well. So
Yep.
yeah.
And just know everybody in that video, like 95% have never played. They've only played in gym volleyball, and they joined, and we taught them how to play just like that.
Yeah.
And then off to the next slide.
Okay, so like Sid mentioned earlier, oh, Amala, by the way, I'm sorry I'm late. But this is our Instagram. We're currently in the works of trying to come up with new ideas so we can stay active. But a lot of our events and stuff will be posted with a lot of updates, especially when we get back into the groove of things. So you can follow us at jefferson.volleyball.club. And then to the far right screenshot is our QR code for our GroupMe group reminders. So all updates, same thing, will be on there. So all the information in there will be same on Instagram and vice versa. But yeah, be sure to join us. We're very open and welcoming. So yeah, looking forward to seeing new people.
Yep. And also the Jefferson Volleyball Club, that QR code, that's just for all of the newer players. So if you guys have questions, or let's say you have a friend that's interested, feel free to invite them. And this is where we can just chat about volleyball. If you guys want practices, what to do at home and whatnot, we have plenty of those, and we'll be posting those on our Instagram. So
Yeah,
feel free.
and that's another, you know, piece of the beauty of our club is that bring a friend, bring your roommate, bring whoever, you know, and it's fun. It's fun. If you're not the best at volleyball, but you've got the spirit, like, we are all for it. And so I'll kind of touch on what the semester is going to look like if you guys want to chime in as well, Kyle and Mala. But so far, you know, we obviously acknowledge things are different this semester. And we also acknowledge that a lot of people, including, I mean, especially the freshmen, need something to kind of get involved on campus and meet people and, you know, do something in a very responsible way. You know, something that's following all of the guidelines put forth by the university, by the state. And so we do have a few things in the works that we will be pitching to OSE. So Cody will be reaching out to you shortly.
Yep.
But we would love to do some sort of very socially distant, maybe a tournament or something like that, if we can do it very responsibly. So that's something to look forward to, and we'll work really, really hard to figure out sanitation and, you know, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then another thing is our Zoom meetings. So Kyle, if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, so we were thinking about just having a meetup with Zoom. That way we can all kind of get to know each other. You guys have any questions, we can have conversations where it's not just in the group me or anything. You can see face to face, and maybe that brings up different questions. And also you get to know us and we get to know you. And also another thing I want to add is this club, it is not strict, as in you don't need to show up to every single practice. If you have work, we understand. And this is kind of just a fun thing for everybody to get involved with. If you want to show up for one practice, you show up to one practice. But the more you show up to, the more you're going to get involved, and the more tournaments we're all going to be in and everything. You can see what's going on. And
the more you'll fall in love with us.
So,
we're from group.
Yeah, we all understand. It's great. So
yeah, well, so our Instagram's up there. If you have any questions at all, let us know, and the GroupMe code as well, so you can reach out and we can answer your questions. Or if I don't know, maybe you have some ideas on how we could schedule some things for the semester. Definitely don't be shy. We're just a bunch of weirdos, and we'd love to hear from you. So yeah, so that's all I've got to say.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So do we have any questions, Cody? Or
doesn't look like it.
Yeah, not seeing any questions through there.
All right.
I mean, I have a couple questions.
Sure.
So you mentioned that you're looking into like playing other schools. So like, what would that process look like moving forward?
So typically without COVID, we do set up tournaments where Center City Jefferson was coming in. We've also been a lot of in contact with students from Temple, Drexel, and I think those are the only two we've been in contact. We just started, but we would just set up tournaments or just practices where we would play their clubs and just kind of get to know each other's clubs and have fun. It's kind of like an open gym volleyball type thing, but we may even set tournaments to be a fundraiser towards a specific cause.
Yeah, that sounds great. So, like, what did you plan if we didn't have restrictions in place? Like, how often would you all practice and run these tournaments? Like, how often would like that time commitment look like?
So we have practices usually on Friday and Saturday. It's Friday night and Saturday morning. That is how we've been doing it. It can change. And for tournaments, we try to at least get once a month. But then again, this club's all new. We're still trying to get other schools involved. So yeah, once a month for tournaments, but 2 times a week for practices. And we're going to try to get more if we can. So.
Yeah, and on top of all of that, we do try to get in a lot of events, sort of team bonding and kind of, recognition on campus. So last semester, we actually threw together a really, really nice movie night where we rented out the Deck Center, that big forum there, and we played a movie. We had a bunch of snacks. We took out all of the chairs and everybody just kind of cuddled up in their blankets and, all of their friends and roommates and teammates. And so we try to do different things like that to kind of, because we're not just there to
just get people involved.
Right. So.
And do you all split it just with male teams, female teams, or do you all do co-ed, or is it all just kind of change?
So mainly right now it's all co-ed. So we play, both genders together, and yeah, doesn't matter boy, girl, or any unidentified, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, keep me posted on everything because I love to play volleyball. Never played formally, but I will come out and play.
Yeah,
definitely.
Feel free to stop by. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
right.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much. And if you have anything else.
Nope, that's it.
All right. Perfect. Well,
Thank
you.
Thank
all
you.
right. Take care.
Bye.
All right. So coming up, we have our campus activities board. As soon as I see them hop on, we'll get to them. It's just some difficulty, but they should be on in a moment. All right. Hello, hello.
Hello.
All right. So thank you so much for joining. So this time is yours. So you all can go ahead and take it away.
I still don't know why she's been like that. That's not pretty, guys.
Yes. So we're the Campus Activities Board. Tasha, if you want to talk about who we are.
So, hi, my name is Tasha Devaden. I go by she, her, hers. I'm a psychology occupational therapy major, third year, and my role on the CAB, the Campus Activities Board, is the Culture Experience Chair. So, what is CAB exactly? CAB is the Campus Activities Board, and we plan out and roll out major events on and off campus. So we have the drag show, salsa night, all those fun stuff you see on campus is probably done by Campus Activities Board. So we're made up of an executive board, which is different event chairs, and a general board, which we call CABIes.
My name is Renee. I'm a third year in the Health Sciences and Community and Trauma Counseling program. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I'm the homegrown chair for the Campus Activities Board. Our mission is to serve the student body with creative and fun programming, so we create events on campus for students to participate in and get involved.
No, I just talked to my advisor about it, and I just
CAB organizes a lot of events on campus. Some of you might have participated in some of the Welcome Week events this past summer. We had the Amazing Ram Race, kind of like the Amazing Race, Cyber Sleuth, Rocking Rams, Brunch and Bingo, and we also have a bunch of other bingos throughout the semester. Actually, tomorrow we have our Back to School Bingo. There's some really cool prizes. There's some door decor bundles, some outdoor bundles. You can win an iPad mini, so make sure to tune into that. We have an annual drag show, a Broadway trip, and painting with a twist. That might change a little this year just because of some new precautions, but generally we have a lot of student programming that people can participate in. Through the end of the year, we have Ram Jam, tie-dye, DIY events, comedians, Fitness, De-Stress Fest, Cane Bar Carnival, and much more. Those are just generally for people to get involved and kind of celebrate some non-academic parts of being a student here, so you can meet up with your friends and laugh a little and try to let loose.
So how can you get involved? On our Instagram, jefferson.cab, you should follow. You could fill out a CAB interest form and make sure to check your emails every week after we add you on for new updates, for meetings and events. As I said, follow our Instagram because you'll really be informed on new events. We have countdowns. Our social media chair is great with presenting that. So as said here, the more events you volunteer for and attend allows us to remember your face, and you could even be, forgot the word. You could even, what's the word? Okay, basically you are eligible to be on the executive chair board, which is what happened to me. So yeah, any questions? You could email us there.
And make sure to follow jefferson.cab to stay updated on all the future events for the semester.
All right, well, thank you. So I just have a question for you both. So what do you feel? I mean, I know you both have been on the boards for a short amount of time. But what do you feel you have learned so far from kind of switching roles from being a cabbie to being on the exec board? And what other like skills were you looking to learn or gain while being in these positions?
I love participating in CAB these past 2 years. I just love helping out to set up all the events, and I like, being in the know about what's going on campus. But I feel like being on the executive board, you learn a lot more about planning events and the logistics part of it. And I feel like you get a lot more experience kind of networking and working with other people and different clubs and organizations on campus. And I think that CAB develops a great sense of community between all the cabbies and the people and everyone on campus. And I feel like as an executive board member, you kind of get to facilitate that more, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. As you said, this is my first semester on the chair, and there is a bit of a learning curve, but the most notable thing I've learned so far is you need to be an efficient communicator. And I feel like I've really grown out of my shell, sending all these emails to people, and I'm going to meet with people in person to see if they'd like to do an event. So I'm really excited to get out of my comfort zone and be a part of the community more.
Yeah, absolutely. Just kind of a question in broad terms. Why do you feel it's important for people to get involved in different things on campus? Like, what are the benefits, especially first year students?
It's important for everyone to get involved, just for whatever is interested on campus. But I think the campus activities board is really great because you get a little bit of everything. You know, you get to meet so many new people, and it's kind of like a break from the academic things on campus, and like you just get to enjoy yourself with the people around you, and you get to meet a lot of new people. And I feel like you get to learn how to put on a great event for everyone around you.
When I first joined CAB, it was actually my sophomore year, but I would be active by helping set up for the events. But the more I showed up to the events, the more I realized that my presence actually made a big impact, and you could see it on people's faces when they attend your events. And to me, it's one of the only clubs on campus in which you could see the results from your contributions. So it just makes me feel really good. And I promise you, it 100% pays off for the work that you put in.
Well, perfect. Well, thank you both so much. I really appreciate it. And if you have any parting words, good for the cause.
Join CAB. It's a lot of fun, and we'd love to have you.
I promise you won't regret it at all.
All right. Well, thank you both so much again. All right. Enjoy the day.
You too.
Take care. All right. So next we have coming up our Black Retail Action Group, Bragg. As soon as they join us, we'll be able to bring them in. All right. How we doing? All right, I know we have waiting for a few more people to join us, but we have Alpha Chi Rho coming in now.
What's going on, Cody?
Hello, gentlemen.
How are you doing?
Not bad.
Not bad.
All right.
Hey, Cody, how's it going?
Good, man. All right, so this time is yours. So you all can go ahead and just take it away.
All right.
Cool.
So we're just people just gonna show up.
I don't know. I think it says that this is a custom live streaming service.
What
Are
does that
people
mean?
watching this or?
Oh, yeah, dude. I think it is. It's on YouTube Live right now. All right. Well, hi. My name is Amar. Jen, you want to introduce yourself? Or Musto, you want to introduce yourself? Zen's frozen.
Anthony, I'm a fifth-year architecture student, currently an alumni of Alpha Chi Rho. And I spent
Right. So as Musto just said, we're a part of the Alpha Chi Rho fraternity. We're one of two social fraternities on campus. And what else? What else do we need to say?
we're a nationally recognized all-men's collegiate fraternity. We've been on campus for about, well, a little bit more than 10 years now. I joined my spring of my freshman year in 2016, and that really set my whole course for my college career. Like it set it off in a positive direction between people I met and like the guys here that are also here. This turned into not just a brotherhood, but more of like a real like thing, like past college.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, let's all go around and say like why we joined. I'll get it started off. So basically, my orientation leader, who's now an alumni of the fraternity, introduced me to a lot of people. And as a freshman coming to campus, obviously, I'm from a different state. You're coming in, you don't know a lot of people, and by joining a social club like a fraternity, it just opens you up to a whole new network of people. And yeah, I mean, it's helped me out a lot, especially in my field. So I forgot to mention I'm pre-med, and one of our alumni actually helped me out a lot in the field, and I've gotten an internship, a research at Jefferson University Hospital through it. And it's just cool to meet new people, people from all over. And yeah, it's just a good networking opportunity. Most of you.
That was Ryan McGinnis, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's part of my family, and then Zin is actually my little. I don't know how it works in this stream, but he's all over there for me.
You want to just say why you joined?
I came from an old boys school, so a sense of brotherhood was always instilled in me. And then me being the only one from actually where I come from, Staten Island, to the school my year, I kind of felt outside, and joining the fraternity allowed me to build a social network real fast and really find people that were on the same like level as me.
All right, Zin, you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. So when I got to college, I mean, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do in terms of extracurricular, and it was, it was asked of me like, what do you think about fraternities? What do you think about Greek life? And at first, I was like, maybe that's not for me. Maybe that's not, where I envision myself.
But after actually looking into it and actually seeing past what the stereotypes of it are and all of that, and looking into the actual brotherhood that we have, I mean, that makes a lot more, like, that was so much more important to me and something that I wanted to be a part of. So that's why I joined.
All right, Caden, you want to go next?
Yeah, I guess I'll finish it up. Also, I can only stay for a brief period of time, but to introduce myself, I'm the current acting president of Alpha Chi Rho, at least our chapter at Jefferson. And in terms of joining, I think we all have this, conception of, fraternities. We're coming from college or we're coming from high school, we're exposed to all this freedom, and we kind of just want to be social and go out there, meet as many new people as we can. And that's kind of why I joined, the whole social networking aspect, just getting to know new people. But soon, as I progressed and as I became a brother, I started to realize, there's more to it. And, these guys touched upon all the other positives, but there's too much to say, with the limited time we have. And there's just so many benefits you can get. And again, I know they're not, my biological brothers, but I truly feel that they are. I always have someone I could talk to. I always have someone I could go to for help. All of us are in, varying majors. I'm occupational therapy, so health sciences. Amara's as well. But then you have someone like Muskelin's in, who are architecture and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of benefits to it.
Yeah, I could definitely say that. Like, one of our alumni, Brian Kirkoliosis, he was one of the actual founding fathers on our campus. I butchered his name, didn't I, Amar?
Yeah, Corcadillos.
Corcadillos. I'm sorry. He's actually the founder of the architecture firm in Philadelphia, Design Blend, and he goes through a bunch of projects, does a lot of competitions, and he started small, just in the fraternity, like ground up, built himself up, and now has more firms along the Eastern Coast. I think there's 2 he's starting in New Jersey now. He has the one in Philadelphia, and he made it like a big name brand for himself in a sense. Like, the firm is actually pretty well known.
Yeah, and going off of that, I know this is kind of off topic, but again, I have to leave really soon. This is to all you guys who are interested in pursuing Greek life. I know in the midst of all these, all this stuff that's going on right now, there's a lot of provisions which prohibit us from, gathering and just doing the stuff that we like to do, being social. But I can assure you that there are, in fact, a lot of benefits that you can still gain from being a part of a fraternity. One of those things is the whole brotherhood element of it. Again, you're always going to have people you can rely on. You're always going to have people you can seek to for support and networking. I mean, there's countless people who have used the fraternity as a means to, find an internship or even find a job. So yeah, Zen can actually speak to that.
Yeah, so one of our brothers who also had graduated by now, JJ, he knew somebody that needed somebody to come in and work an internship at their architecture firm, and he gave me a heads up before they put the official notice out to everybody that they were hiring, so I was able to get in a little bit earlier. Had I not known him or been part of the fraternity at the time, I probably wouldn't have been able to get that job. So I think that this is a interesting way of doing things with the whole Zoom live thing. And I was wondering how you guys thought about this. Maybe we could field questions if anybody who's watching this has them, by like sending text to whoever wants to put out their number.
Perhaps we could pose questions. How about I give you guys one question and then I leave, and then maybe you can touch upon, answering it. Okay. So maybe you guys could talk about dues and obligations that you have to the fraternity. So like the certain positions each of you guys have, and the role you play in maintaining our fraternity. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thanks for everything, and I'll see you guys later.
All right, later, Caden.
All right, I can get started off. So I am the acting social chair of the fraternity. So basically, it's pretty self-explanatory, but I just do like everything that has to do with communication, like setting up like mixers, fundraising events, or just talking to people, keeping in touch with the alumni network. So yeah, just the social aspect of the fraternity, and I really like it because I'm a very like I'm a good conversationalist, and it's just interesting to like meet new people and just talk to people. So yeah, Mosto, you wanna talk about your
Yeah,
position?
yeah. So right now I'm like the brotherhood chair. So I try to bring like social activities within the fraternity and like brother building events. Um, I try to make sure there's peace and no drama if there ever is any, which there really usually isn't because we're all pretty close anyway. So this year I've had a very light and easy job with you guys, thank gosh. But that's my position.
And then right now, I was actually supposed to go to Rome this semester for study abroad, and unfortunately, that is not happening due to COVID. So at the moment, I don't have an official position, but I can talk about the positions that I did have. So my first position that I had 2 years ago was community service chair, and effectively, there's an office in Canbar. Louise, she's an amazing woman, and she does all these different community service opportunities. And every now and again, we'll have an event that we want to go to or help out with. I know a lot of our events usually circle around Mifflin Elementary School nearby, and we help out with a lot of the events that they do, and it's a lot of fun. It's also like gratifying in a way to be able to, or like, I don't know how to say it, satisfying in a way to be able to help other people. So I really enjoyed that position. And then last year I was the president for the year, and it's a lot of responsibility overall, but it was actually really interesting and eye-opening on how to really run something, and got me out of my comfort zone a lot more. And I enjoyed it as well. It was a good learning experience. And
You did a good
actually,
job
Amara was
too.
my VP at the time. Amara was my VP at the time. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so when Zin was president, I served under him. Well, served with him as vice president, and yeah, basically it's just to assist. Like a fraternity is not like when I came to college, I was just thinking like I watched the movie Neighbors. I don't know if you guys have seen it, and stereotypical fraternities are just like binge drinking alcoholics that just party all the time. But when I actually like I told myself I would never join a fraternity, and then I came to campus and like I started learning about like what it actually was. And as like Musto and like Zin were talking about, there's a lot of like community service, outreach programs, and social networking, of course. But the part that like really like sets us apart from everyone else is just the communication, but also like leaving our mark everywhere we go in a positive way. And I feel like especially like in times like the pandemic or any natural disasters, like we always do like fundraising. Like we recently did something for the Black Lives Matter movement, and no matter, and we also had like a dog shelter that came in, and that was a popular one. But the point is like when you see the reaction that you give people after making a positive impact, like it's truly like humbling, and it's also great to put on your resume. And yeah, just anyone else want to add anything to that?
I guess that's another place to pose another question is, do you think that the experiences that you have on your resume from the fraternity have actually helped you in any way in your professional career?
Yeah, so I've had I do research, I do neurosurgical research at Thomas Jefferson University Hospital. And as I said before, Ryan McGinnis, one of our alumni, actually talked to someone for me, and I got through that. But as I was like, anytime you're like plopped into a situation where you don't really know anyone, communication skills are essential. And I was like relatively shy before, and after the fraternity, like after you start talking to people, going to mixers, going to fundraising events, you just work on these like public speaking skills. And no matter what field you're in, you're going to need those skills wherever you go. And I think the fraternity really helped me out for that.
I think D'Amico's actually joining out. He's our current vice president.
Yes.
If he gets into it.
Yeah, I think he should be coming in soon.
He's
He's trying to
fixing
fix
his
his
mic.
mic. Okay. So, Musta, do you have any experiences from the fraternity that directly helped in your professional career?
Yeah, definitely time management skills definitely were built upon because when joining Alpha Chi Rho, you go through an education process, which is like a mini class you take to learn about the history and backstory of the national fraternity as well as the on-campus fraternity, our chapter. So balancing an architecture major or any design major or any pre-med major, which was only like my year, those guys were. We all had to like come together and like actually like buckle down. But each year it's always a different challenge for everyone. But I think the time management skills is the best thing to get out of this.
Yeah.
Like trying to just be available and free rather than like being stressed and not like being able to function on campus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think multitasking for me for sure with that. I mean, it's like, it's to bounce off what Musta was talking about. It's like, yeah, you have your time management to devote enough time to each of the things you have to do, but also being able to keep track of, this event that's coming up next week and that assignment that's due for this class and having to, put in assignments for that class and doing things with your professional career, trying to apply for jobs and all that. There's a lot of factors that go into play. And even though you're adding an extra factor to it to make it a little bit more difficult, it still does help hone your skills in that way.
Yeah. Aside from all the professional benefits and stuff, one of the major selling points also is we have a good time. We have poker nights, we take beach trips, and I don't know, just like when you're part of a group, it's like something bigger than yourself, and it just feels different. I don't really know how to explain it. Like the energy when you go in as like a pack full of like brothers, it's just, I don't know, we have a good time, goofy. We keep everyone in check, of course, but yeah, we always have a great time anytime we hang out, and I really like that.
And is your mic working yet?
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
This is our current vice president, Anthony D'Amico. So
Hi.
we'll pose the last question that we had. Ant, why'd you join the frat?
So starting like the first week of school, or the first couple weeks, we did have the involvement fair, and that's when I reached out to AXP and they reached out to me. So I got to meet the brothers then, and I was really interested in what they were to offer academically and socially. Having an actual brotherhood and having meeting new people on campus and extending it. So I think the reason why I joined originally was to find my niche here and to just meet new people, and this was a great way for it. I mean, I got 12 plus guys, 15 guys that I can go to if I need to, and they're always there for me. And it's a good to have the whole brotherhood aspect because so it's nice to know that you have like people in your corner. So I joined most likely because of having these people, and then I'll be able to have chances to excel academically because we all help each other out and we all have connections in different areas, and we all want to help each other succeed. So I joined because I wanted to be a part of the brotherhood too.
Cool.
Good answer. And in terms of, I'm just going through the questions that we were talking about earlier. If you had to say that you got like one or two skills out of joining the fraternity, not necessarily like professional skills relevant to your major, but like in terms of soft skills like talking to people or networking, stuff like that, what did you gain out of joining the fraternity?
I definitely gained social skills. I think that I've always been a bad public speaker, and I still am sometimes, but being with everyone and hosting these events that we have, whether it's the Greek week, which we would do later on in the semesters, or getting involved with people on campus, AXP has definitely let me have a platform to feel comfortable about speaking in public. So it really helped me out in that aspect. That was a major point when I joined.
What are some of your guys' favorite memories about being in the fraternity so far?
I'll go first because I actually have to head out now. But I feel like my most favorite memory was when we first joined and like finally getting that sense of like, we made it, like we're here, like we did it now, like we're one of the guys now, like that's just awesome to me. And then finally being open to all the things and like, you know, realizing that like I've hit that status as a brother, it was an amazing feeling for me. And I rode that through the rest of the year. So, but thanks guys for the call. I got to head out. I'll talk to you guys later. All right.
All right. See you around.
Thanks for everybody listening. See ya.
One thing that I really loved was what really stood out to me is last year when we had our annual crows giving, which happened to land right on my birthday. So it was a really fun time to be with all the guys, and we all each made different types of food, and we all sat down and we all, you know, were able to have a nice meal together, and it was a really fun experience. And it was also fun because it was my birthday. So yeah, that was like a big thing that always stood out to me. I always liked that, and it was a good time.
One of my favorite things was, I think it was the first or second year that I joined. We always do Crowsmas, which is basically like Alpha Chiro's version of Christmas, and we do like a Secret Santa thing, and it was just really cool to see like how we really knew each other, because the gifts we got for each other were so thoughtful, and it was just cool.
Cool. I would say mine was 2 years ago during Greek week, when I actually stood up and tried to do Greek god and goddess for the first time.
Yeah, I remember
that was a ride in all itself. Oh, that was a good time. All the brothers came out. All the Greek life came out for everyone. It was just a big community event of all the Greek life on campus, and that's always a good time, because I think a lot of people looking on the outside in about that is like, all these people wearing letters running around campus doing this weird scavenger hunt kind of stuff is like weird. But for us, it's almost like a fun like gathering time.
Cody, do you have any questions for us? You've been kind of quiet.
I mean, you all asked each other the questions that I would ask. It's like you all covered everything. I would ask like what skills you've learned, what was your favorite parts, like all the other questions that I've asked the other orgs, you all covered. So props to you for that.
Cool.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, but if you all just want to take like a couple more minutes, if you have any final things that you want to say.
Anyone have anything else to say?
I would say that.
Go ahead.
Okay, you want to go? No, you go, because you just joined in.
Cool. I just wanted to say, don't let any of this stuff that's happening right now deter you guys from joining. As we all went over, there are still a bunch of opportunities and benefits to be reaped from being a part of a fraternity. These guys will all be my brothers and best friends for life. And that would have never happened if I wouldn't have joined Alpha Chiro. We've just had so many great times. Like Amar said, we like to have fun. We get a little wild sometimes, but we like to keep each other in check as well. So there's a lot to learn from being in a fraternity. There's a lot of resources to be accessed, and just a lot of benefits to be had. So keep that in
Another
mind.
important thing that we forgot to mention, by joining the fraternity, you actually open a lot of doors for scholarships, because our national, like the nationals, they provide us with scholarships that only brothers can apply for. So your chances of getting those scholarships are exponentially higher once you're in the fraternity. I think Zin just left, but Zin actually got a $2,500 scholarship last year, and it's just a cash check, which he could do whatever he wants. Use it for books. I think he used some of it for his car. I don't know, but you could do whatever.
What's nice about the scholarships is that not only is it for brothers only, some scholarships do pertain to certain schools. And depending if and when Jefferson does have certain scholarships for our fraternity and our campus, it's always beneficial because it helps narrow down even the chances for anyone to be able to receive the money to help for them towards the fraternity or to whatever they need. So there's always opportunities with scholarships, and there's always new ones that come out.
Cody, do we have any time left, or should we wrap it up now?
You can wrap it up. This is the end. So if you all feel like you have anything more to say, like please feel free to.
I think think we covered everything. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, you can always DM us on Instagram.
Yeah, don't be afraid to reach out.
Yeah, yell
Yeah,
at
and
us if you see us on campus.
Before you
Hopefully.
make, I know we don't have a lot of competition in terms of fraternities. There's only 2 on our campus, 2 chapters. But before you do make a decision, make sure you reach out to us and just get to know us. You know, I think you'll discover that we do have a lot of cool guys with us. Not saying, you know, we're any cooler than the other fraternity. Maybe I am, but, you know, just make sure you reach out, get to know us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, perfect. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Always good
Thanks,
to see you. All right, hope you enjoy the day.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time, boys.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so thank you all who are watching us live now. And for those who are watching at a later time, that is our day for today. Check back tomorrow from 11 to 2:30 again. So we'll have some more organizations and you'll get to learn a lot more. All right, thank you so much and take care.